Wake up, it's time to start the show. With Joey C and Lou, let's get ready to go. A cool pineapple, morning's fresh start. And sipping Rickle always plays his part. Cupcakes, quarter cruising by. Ross dogs, broken spirits staying high and dry. Articulate John, still feeling hazy. Am I still drunk? This morning's crazy. Dead Fool's here, repping strong. Happy Gosling, tagging along. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show was pure gold. Ross Dog shouting, Keith Moreland's the man. Chris Mack asks Joey heard about Aaron's plan. Ref Ugly with the classic call. No B, no green, echoing through the hall. Crumb says Hawk, Arnie's here to stay. Cupcakes corner, cruising all the way. Ryan A's got the jokes making the rounds. Imran Khan and his pot smoking sound. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show was pure gold. Luke of the Bind with a cryptic note. Quad can't mend in a clash they wrote. Happy Gosling's got the Greendale beef, while Ross Dog spins stories like a true chief. Space Chief clouds by with flames and fire. Am I still drunk? This morning's crazy. Do the Arnold impression one more time. This morning's show's in its prime. Joey C, in the morning with Lou, where the chat is buzzing and the crew is true. From wild tales to jokes untold, this morning's show is pure gold. So grab your coffee, don't be late. Joey C and Lou, they set the date. With laughs and vibes, they'll make your day. Joey C in the morning with Lou, here to stay.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in while Joey dances for us. When he's ready to speak, he will.
Good morning, Joey C in the morning with Lou. What's happening, people? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's up, Lou? All I see were
I see we are what?
I see you're in your king crown again.
Yeah, fuck it. Good morning, Bobby Nick. Good morning, Chris Mack. Good morning, Eggplant Frank. Good morning, everyone.
How's everybody doing this morning? What is it today? Today's Friday, the 17th or 18th, is it?
Today is the 18th. It's a glorious day. Well, we'll see if it's glorious, but I've been up till 4:30, so what the fuck?
Man, oh man, I just don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I set my alarm for the same time every day, and then I hit the snooze button for about 20 minutes of that, and then I hit the last snooze button, and I said, all right, 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and I woke up, and it was 9:01. I said, wow, I'm on time.
No, you're not.
Yeah, according to my clock, I was.
Okay, we'll go with it.
I'm on Joey C time, not the world clock time. Don't you know that there's 2 different world clocks? One is the Joey C clock, and one is the world clock, and then there's everybody else's clock. You wear the crown.
The early bird gets the worm. You don't ever get the worm.
Well, the late bird always gets the rat.
You put the worm to sleep.
Right, but I get the late guy always gets the mouse or something crawling on him, whatever, some kind of creature,
You like those rodents?
I like them. Yeah, they're my pets.
So what are we talking about today?
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing. I don't know. Depends. What do you feel like talking about? What we got with us today? We got Reverend Wild Billy's here. Ain't seen Billy in a while. Great Bobby Nick and
You know what, Bobby Nick? I'm gonna send you a link.
Yeah, we haven't seen Bobby in a while. Why not? Bobby's up. Get the Bobby Nick on. Let me tell him my breakfast for champions right here.
What's that? Some Raisinets?
Well, bar food, white cheddar popcorn.
Yeah. All right, Bobby. Link is being sent.
That's good. What a
All
breakfast.
right. Yep, it's sent. Cool. Well, my beloved New York Mets, it ain't looking good for them.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
It ain't looking good, but you know what? I'm happy we made it to the NLCS.
Already.
There they go. Already.
There they go. Right at clockwork. Look at that. Ain't it wonderful? Now, I remember yesterday talking about the Mets who and what the series would go to. What is it right now? Right now, it's what? What is the series right now?
It's Dodgers 3, Mets 1.
Okay. So game 5 and 6.
Game 5 is tonight.
Right. Which the Mets will win.
Games. You know what? I hope so.
They will. It's going to go 7 games. I already told you that.
You think so?
I already told you that.
You may have said it, but I don't think it. The way the Dodgers have been playing, them motherfuckers are hitting home runs left and right.
Well, did I also say that the Dodgers were a playoff World Series championship team? And forget about what they got, and forget about what the Mets got, and forget about all that stuff. It's who is going to be the true champion? Who's going to strut that uniform out of the locker room with their balls out and their dick swinging?
Well,
That's
the
what it's
Yankees
about.
also lost yesterday.
Yeah, and I told you they were going to lose yesterday. I told you it was going to be. I told you Cleveland was going to win yesterday, didn't I?
You know, it's funny because Cleveland came back.
Yeah,
I honestly thought that the Yankees were losing, then they came back, took a 5-3 lead, and I'm like, oh shit.
TV rights.
And then I go back.
Well, I think I told you that.
Ooh.
Forget about the team. Worry about the TV rights. Don't look at the baseball team. Look at the TV rights. Look at the money coming in from the TV rights. I said Cleveland would win. You guys should have took my pick yesterday. You made a lot of money. I'm sure the Yankees were a heavy favorite last night. Yeah, I made a lot of money with the Cleveland Indians yesterday. Or Cleveland Guardians, whatever the hell they call themselves.
God.
I can throw up. Just saying that name makes me sick.
But you know what is the names that they were choosing?
It was what?
They had the Cleveland Rock Stars, and I think another one was the Cleveland Stars. I prefer the Guardians versus all those other names they were looking at.
You like that name? Only a guy that never worked in baseball, who's worked in traditional minor league baseball. You have those weird names in minor league baseball. You do. You have a lot of weird, funny names. And look at what does Commissioner. What was his team? The Boxcars.
Oh, I know what I never asked him his team name.
Yeah, it was the Hagerstown Boxcars, wasn't it?
I don't know. You would have to ask him.
Boxcars. What a name. I mean, there's been a lot of weird names, but Guardians, that's a minor league name. They went for being a true major league team, the Indians, all them years. Bob Feller pitched for the damn Indians. So did what's the guy?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Bobby Nick.
Hey, Bobby Nick, what happening, man?
Hey, good morning, guys. Not too much. How you
guys?
I heard
you got a new microphone.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Wow.
Sounds great.
If Deadpool, actually.
Sounds great, dude.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds real good, man. Deadpool, he's a great human being, ain't
he? He really is. He really is, yeah.
All right, Bobby. I need to get to the low down dirty crust of the
Uh-oh. All right.
What in the blue balls is going on with JBX and the crew?
Oh, well, there was some defections over to Uncle Jack's show.
Okay.
Tiffany left, and
no loss.
And then Jen left.
Again, no loss. But why? I'm trying to understand why JBX is harping on it. Like,
I don't know.
Like, I understand you help these women, but you didn't lose nothing with them leaving.
Yeah,
you might have gained better conversations going down the line.
Possibly. I don't know.
I threw that for a loop last night. I sent a message in the chat room saying the rumors going around that they tried to kill Jack. Huh? Nobody could figure it out. Bobby was scratching his head. What does that mean? And then I went off the channel. I left them with that mystery.
Because I mean, let's look at it theoretically. What did Jen bring to the table besides always trying to shake her boobs on a camera?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I guess in certain situations she can bring some stuff, but she can
It's
also,
depending on the conversation, sure.
yeah, she can also bring a lot of just distraction from other things.
You know what it is, Mason? Because I can. You know why? I can hold a conversation. Certain people just can't. Just because everything isn't Dabbleverse related, I can hold a fucking conversation with the best of them if I choose to. You fucking hunk of shit. I swear to God, bro, I just want to punch you dead in your motherfucking jaw in Minecraft. I don't
Wow.
fucking like you. I will never fucking like you. I wish you would not come here anymore.
Wow. Who are you
You are
talking about?
such a piece of fucking shit.
Who are we talking about?
I'm talking
Tell me
about
really
your
good.
boy Mason. I can't
Tell me
stand
real good.
fucking Mason. I will never fucking like this hunk of shit.
You know something? Can I say something? Can I intercede real quick? You just made him the happiest guy in the world. He got what he wanted. He got to you. He made you hate him.
I
Yeah.
fucking
won.
hated him since the first day I saw his sorry ass.
He won. He rattled you. He knows now. Every night you lay your head down, you think you hate him. You wake up, you can't stand him. He is laughing, pulling the strings. He said, "Okay, Lou, this is what I want you to do today."
If it was up to me, I would fucking ban him, but I can't because it's your
Wow.
channel.
Wow. So you mean that I am the faith
This
of
is your
Mason and
channel.
Portland?
I have to
Wow.
respect your channel.
Wow. Never say never, Lou. Mike Shitty always is right about that. Never say never. I learned that a long time ago. I used to say that when I was a young man. I would say never, never, never. And you know what? I've watched a lot of people in the Dabbleverse say never.
Everyone's quick to say someone doesn't have fucking talent, but you know what? Let's talk about some TV shows and some fucking movies, and then we'll see who has no fucking talent. I don't give a fuck about the Crackle Barrel verse. I've stated it 1,001%. Who wants to sit there and talk about a fucking clown who gets drunk every other fucking day? A bunch of low life pieces of shit. That's who.
Wow. Bobby, he's Lou. I like this Lou. He's on fire.
Yeah, he's coming in hot.
He's coming in hot, man. I mean, he's wearing the crown. He's showing you guys he's got the crown.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
This gets me going here, you know. I am fully at his attention, you know.
You're fully
please
erect?
continue. Please
What?
continue. Please continue. Please let me
So
go off
the other
camera
night-
for a minute. I'll be right back. Yo, wait a minute. I might not have to. Oh, keep on going, please.
The other night, Bobby, Jason, Bybee. Well, you were late. It was Scott and
Yeah.
Bybee and that fucking that other ass clown, Jake Hootson.
Oh
We're on the
yeah,
panel.
yeah.
I
He was gone
literally
by the time I got there.
I skipped the first 40 minutes of him being on that show.
Yeah.
I can't stand his fucking voice. He's so fucking stupid.
Who is this we need now? You got another person you're in the list?
Yeah, Jake Hudson.
Oh, Jake. Oh man, I get pictures of Jake every day. Oh.
Are they poop pictures?
No, just him standing in the mirror taking his picture of him, sending it to me every day. Everybody wakes up, he sends me a morning shot of him. You know,
Jake Hudson is a jealous piece of shit.
Hmm.
He's jealous of other people's fucking success. He had the success,
Yeah, he is.
but he drove the success away by being a fucking bitch.
Wow.
Well, I don't disagree there because, I remember he used to have a lot of good guests on, and now nobody
He
wants
did.
to go on his show anymore. I don't know.
He did. Yeah, I
I
agree
wonder
with you.
why.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
He's a
Well,
I agree with
exactly
that.
why,
He did
'cause
have a lot of
you
great
can tell
guests.
He's got the you're blocked thing. Like he automatically goes to that when he's frustrated with somebody.
Okay, so what's he gonna do now that Twitter has surprisingly changed the fucking block button? They could still
What do you
see
mean?
your shit if you block them. They just can't
Yeah.
interact with you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could always do that. You could always block someone from you. You know, you could always, if you didn't want to see someone's stuff, you could always block that. If if you put something up, you could I don't. You cannot. One thing you can't do, you can't delete anything you put up on Twitter, though. You know that? I don't believe you can. If you post, you can when you post it, because there's times when
you can, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't. If anybody posted something bad about you or something you don't like, you can't do that. All you can do is go in there and block them from you seeing them. And don't block them from the.
Oh no, that's changed now.
Oh really?
It's changing. Elon Musk has taken Twitter and made it a dumpster fire, hot pile of garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he still has sponsors on that fucking platform.
Yeah. What are you doing Saturday, Lou? You wanna have? Oh, there we go. It's great Friday morning already. Let's humor them. See who they are. Good morning. Good morning. Huh? Yeah.
Hello, you called. What do you want?
Hello. Are you there? Yeah. Well, first of all, you can start out by saying, "Go fuck yourself." That'd be the first thing I'll tell you this morning. Okay?
What do you want to do Saturday, Joey?
Oh well, I got physical friends. Somebody are going to be at my doorstep with the camera in my face while they come. Oh! Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Huh? But you can't talk? What's the matter? You scared? This ain't the guy coming over Saturday. What, you're afraid to talk? You're the guy that's going to shove the camera in my face while you come here and take care of my wife. You're going to dust off my wife while I watch and film it. Huh? Is that right? What's the matter? Your mother sucking your cock? Huh? Is that too busy? Oh, okay. All right, bye.
Probably sucking his mom's cock.
Yeah, exactly. I think it might be. So this guy, which the only reason I brought him up the other day on our show is he's the one that was the one on Honk the Clown's show, and he made a comment about my wife, how he is going to definitely fuck my wife. So when I finally found out who he was, I talked about him on here, and I guess he watched us while he was at work, and he watched live, and he gets on this show, and his name is his channel is Soup something. It's called Soup something. I don't really paid attention, and he looks like a guy from the 70s. I don't know if you remember that hockey movie, The Twins with Paul Newman, the funny hockey movie. What's it called? With Paul Newman, where the guy at the end he's stripping on the hockey on the ice. You know, it's a comedy. And it had the three brothers that were triplets. They were really, this is how this guy looks. So he thinks, the idiot, that I invited him to come down. Slapshot, yeah, that movie, yeah. Well, he looks like one of those.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that movie. So he says he's with a bunch of his friends, and they really think they're cool. I guess they're some kind of dirtbag hillbilly hick, they rebel flag kind of guys that he said his exact words. I will see you Saturday. I am coming to your door with my camera live from YouTube. I will put that camera in your hand while I dust off your wife, and you will film it and you will like it. And I said, I really hope to God you do come, because I like to have an early lunch. I really hope you do. And I tell you, first of all, he wouldn't make it through the front door with the people outside if he came off like an idiot over here. Because I hope his white, purebred snow, long-haired, ugly fucking ass bitch motherfucker that he is, Triple G is his name. I hope to God I'm an old, fat, diabetic, jury old motherfucker. Well, bring your young, long-haired, ugly, no dick, fucking pussy ass to my fucking door with that camera on. Because not only will I have cameras on waiting, I will, in Minecraft, beat you with a baseball bat when I open the door, and they can watch live how you cry and beg for your life on Minecraft. Okay? So why don't we do that, all right? And if you think I'm playing, you're the one that made the threat, pal. So let me tell you something. I welcome you, and I'm going to show you what an old man can do to your pussy. And he's crying. I don't even know why he's got my name in his mouth. Were you fucked up? Remember what you said? I would never said nothing to anybody I don't know, but you made that statement. You were very confident you were coming here to dust off my wife. And you said yesterday, if your title of your show, you said, I'll take some free pussy for that bitch, for that hoe. That's what you said. So you got the mouth, buddy. You live 3 hours down the road, you said. Well, I'm figuring you're the Ocala you're an Ocala redneck. So we have 3 hours north of here. You're right, probably right out that way. You're out in that country out there. Well, I'll tell you what, pal. You come on down to Tampa. His big word was, I work. It takes me an hour and a half twice a day to go to work. He said, "What's an extra hour and a half?" Well, I welcome you. I'll even fucking after in Minecraft, after your fucking skull's bleeding from it, I'll sit you down at the table and hand feed you for fucking lunch. Okay? And then I'll send you into your car and you can go on home or go to the hospital, whichever one you make it to first. But I promise you, I am exactly what you said, an old fat geriatric diabetic motherfucker. You're right. You hit it right on the nose. And let me tell you something. My wife's an ugly, snaggle-tooth crack hole. Is that what you said? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'll just let her beat you, and I'll film it while in Minecraft while I laugh at you getting beat down by that snaggly-tooth crackhead bitch that you call her, okay? How about that, okay? Because if you think you're going to intimidate me, you come to the right place. I've been waiting for a guy like you for a long time. You might have just made my fucking century of a decade, you fucking snarly, fucking redneck, fucking cock-sucking motherfucking piece of shit. You bring your ass here. You're going to get schooled real quick. And bring all your friends that are in that video with you. The fucking guys that say, I'm like Chad Zuma. Obviously, your friends know what the Dazzleverse is. I'm trying to get traction. Does he fucking know that every time I'm on here, I get traction, you dumb fuck? I didn't need to fucking get traction through your fucking 2 fucking visitors you had on your fucking channel, bitch. So come on and bring it. Please do I encourage you. We're going to see. And let me tell you something. I promise you, you better, before you get here in Minecraft, you better say goodbye to your loved ones. Because it's going to be a one-way trip down here, I promise you. So there you go. And you're coming to my door in my hallway into my house? Oh, this is going to be cut and dry, self-defense. So you come on. You come on, buddy. You come on. We're going to see how that pans out for you. Okay? You're a big badass. You're going to be at Honks on Sunday. You know what? I got more respect for Honk the Clown than having a snarly-ass redneck bitch like you, Triple G. Soup what? Yeah, you're going to be soup if you come down here, Minecraft. I promise you that. Be soup, I promise you. Exactly what you're going to be. You'll be eating fucking soup out of a fucking straw for 6 months when your fucking jaw's wired shut, motherfucker. Promise you that. Okay? So you bring it. You're going to see what this old man can do, okay? This old geriatric fucking Geritol, fucking high blood pressure, whatever the fuck else choice name you had. But you know what? Soup something. But yeah, I'll be waiting for him. So, but go ahead.
Did you take your pill this morning?
I did.
Good job.
I sure did.
So, if you need me to come over Saturday, just let me know.
Yeah, he's a beautiful piece of work. This guy. I don't know. See, I when I said that on the show, I guess he responded to me. And there was another Triple G guy in the UK who says, "No, I'm a comic." He says, "I'm a comic book guy. He told the guy that did respond to it, and I was really nice to him. I go, are you the same Triple G that goes on Honk the Clown? He says, "No, sir, that's not me. I'm in the UK. I'm just an old nerd." He said that likes comic books and stuff like that. I'm sorry about. He goes, "Well, I hope you find your man." He says, and it wasn't him because the guy was telling me the truth because I didn't know that this Triple G even watched us. Let alone, I don't even know how he knew it. And he goes, and I haven't even started on this clown. I never even talked about this clown on my channel. Well, guess what? I guess I got another new admirer that's going to be talking about me on his channel. That's about all he'll do. What makes me so angry, here's what makes me so angry. I would admire and respect the guy that would come here. I would, if a guy really showed up here, he would get the ultimate respect of me. It may go bad for him, it may go bad for me. I don't know. I don't sit here and pull a John and say, "Oh, I'm coming. It might go good for him, it might go good for me. I don't know. But I would respect that. But to sit there, again, another younger guy, 25, 30 years younger, doesn't start on me. He goes to the woman. He goes to the woman and says ungodly things about a woman he's never met because he thinks it's cool. He's a cool dude with his friends. Oh, man, he called a woman a bitch. He called a woman a fucking whore. He's a fucking... You know what? Those are the type of guys that they get married just to beat their wives, keep them barefoot and pregnant, and they sit down and drink that fucking whiskey, and they think they're fucking badass, and they flex their muscles and keep that woman in fear all her life. And she thinks that he's the baddest motherfucker because that's what he puts in her head while he fucking mind fucks her every fucking day. And then when she finally gets the balls to say, "You're a pussy once you hit a man," and he probably says, "Bring a man, bitch," and that bitch finally does. he probably cries. He's a peer. He's the guy that pees his pants as soon as he sees a guy walk through the door. He gets on his knees and you fucking just give him a look and he pees all over himself, begging for his life. That's the type of guy he is. I've seen so many young guys like that. They all think they're But see, here's the thing that I don't worry about. Nobody in the fucking new generation is hard. There ain't too many hard guys anymore. They laugh at every one of it. Anybody 25 and under, I laugh at. I truly laugh at, because 90% of them are not hard. They got the talk, but they're not hard. They crumble. And this guy, he's got the look. He's got that. First of all, he thinks obviously the way his confidence. He must have a lot of bitches. He must have a lot of snaggly tooth Waffle House motherfucking waitress bitches that are fucking sucking on him. Those no teeth, the ones that smile at you, and you just look at him and you want to just puke. That's what he's got. With the ones that fucking stink so fucking bad that they take cum in after cum after cum, and they don't even wash themselves. That's
Now,
what he's
time
used to.
out, Joey. Time out.
Okay.
Because you just brought up something that Spider told me yesterday, and I am very disappointed in you.
What happened?
How dare you let Pop steal Spider's blanket? Off your house.
Oh yeah. I forgot about. Well, I mean, he made the right choice. One Pops helped himself to the blanket, and he wrapped his nice, dirty, smelly body. It was a done deal. Commissioner made a great choice on that one. When he tried to get the blanket, he said, "No, you can have that, man. That's a gift to you." The kid impressed me because any other kid he's not a kid to me, but he's still 32 years old here. But we all know Commissioner. He's a very humble, very low-spoken, little guy, that's happy all the time. And a guy like him, it would be bothered by something, someone take my blanket. He's probably only got one blanket to himself, and the commission, maybe he's only got one blanket that his favorite blanket, and instead of really worried about getting that blanket back, he immediately, without hesitation, said, "No, you keep that for yourself, buddy." I was so proud of him because he said, "I'll just go to Walmart and get."
You got more class than I do. There is no way in hell I would have let Pops in my motherfucking house. Well, you have no volume to speak to us right now. Don't know what the fuck is going on with your snap, crackle, pop sound, but there's no way that smelly man would have been in my house without taking a shower. And then I would have fucking bleached him again, threw him under some more cold water, and then bleached him one more time. That disease-infected man.
Yeah, I don't know, Lou.
I understand there was a hurricane out there, but no. No, we don't hear you, Joey. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that system and you.
Yeah, it's
so
annoying. Clipping like crazy. Now it's gone.
Clipping, now he has no clipping.
Yeah. No clipping, no sound, no mic. Something happened. Shit.
Hello?
There you go.
Oh, we got you
Hello?
back.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me? How long will I have no sound?
For as long as we were saying it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow, do you think this guy has a problem with himself, that he has a small dick? This guy, why he always quick to say things like this about a woman? I mean, look at this. Obviously, this guy has no dick, right? And that women laugh at him when he pulls down his pants. He's got a thumb dick. You know what a thumb dick is? That's his helmet. That's all he's got. He's just got the helmet, you see? That's his dick.
He's got a micro penis.
He's got a micro penis, yeah. I had a good friend of mine, this was years ago, and she was married loved her husband, and she goes, and I go, "Well, how did you guys meet?" And she goes, "Well, that guy that I thought I was in love with," she said, "I was in high school," she said, "and it was prom night." And she said, "I went to the prom when he was the most popular guy in class." She said, and it was a big night, girls in those days lost their virginity. I said, "Yeah, that's usually how it was in prom." She goes, "When he pulled his pants off, when I went to give him a BJ, she said he had a thumb dick. She said his whole penis at full erection was that small. That small." And she says, and all her dreams of loving that man went right out. And I said, "But that's not fair. You got to love the man." She goes, "You're right. It's got to be at the heart. You got to worry about the body." She goes, but come on, you think I could have stayed with a man married with something like that? And I'm saying, well, I go, if you loved, I was 16 years old. I was virgin. I was going to be, and that's what I got. That was what I popped that fucking Cracker Jack box. And look what I got. And I laughed so fucking hard. And it is kind of funny. So I'm wondering if this is that guy that my friend died. She's been long gone many years. She died as a young woman. She had some kind of rare disease. This was many years ago. I mean, just someone I knew from school, you know, and it was just one of them people that are cool that could sit at the lunch table with the guys and hold a conversation with you, you know, could talk about sports. Just, you know, one of them type of people. Nice person, but she died like in her 20s. And but can you imagine that? And you got to look at it like that. So maybe I'm wondering if this guy here is that guy with the fucking that had the little fucking thumb dick, you know, little helmet. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, that's it. Hello, hello. Yes, do you like me? Oh, you're a whore then. Fuck you, you whore. You know? Oh. You know? That's what this guy is. That's what K. Kell is. He's got a tough guy fucking name because K. Kell is what Superman's name was. You know, that the Kell was his name. You know what I'm saying? That was Superman's a tough guy, right?
No.
Right?
No, Kal-El. How can you?
Kal-El, but K. Kell, what the fuck? Same family. What the fucking difference? I'm going with that he's fucking Kal-El, right?
Yeah, Lou. What the fuck's the difference?
Don't fucking fuck my game up here.
Jesus.
It's Superman's brother, I guess. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tough guy name, Superman. Truth, justice, in the American way, you know? And here's this fucking low-life piece of shit who is just a fucking creep, number one. He's probably a guy that does like 9-year-old little girls, you know? He's probably that type of guy. And you know what? I want to make sure that we tell everybody that we come across on the internet, when you see this guy, lock your children up and lock your wife up because he will come after you and he will say all kind of guy because he's got a helmet dick. That's what he has, a helmet dick. You understand? And he's a guy with no dick and he cries every day. And he cries like a little baby. I want you, but I got no dick. I got no dick. You know? So let me tell you, I heard Jake Hutchins got a fucking monster compared to you, buddy. So you ought to be ashamed of yourself, you prick. You ought to be ashamed of you. You know, I decided, this is how I handle guys like that. I'll fucking embarrass the shit out of him until he can't take it. And he's sitting there trying to punch his walls right now, saying, I can't wait to fucking kill that motherfucker. I ever see you. Oh, you remind me of that fucking dude that was it was a movie about, came out a couple years ago where the girls worked in a house, they were webcam models, and he was killing them all because he was this big old ugly. It's the same guy that played Curly in the new Three Stooges movie. That guy, he played this crazy fucking, he was a tech guy, and he could get into anybody's system, and he got into their alarm system to get out of property. The guy was like psycho. He went and killed all these fucking webcam models in the house. He just annihilated them. I can't remember the name of the movie, but and this is what this guy is. This is what this guy is right now. He's a guy that you better lock your family up because he will prey on them. We're gonna make sure that the world knows about that. Okay? You keep on talking. You keep coming here and talking, K-Cal. I'm gonna tell you what. It's gonna be really fun because as we take you apart, we're gonna get more information on you, and then we're gonna expose you. You cry. I want a dick. I want a dick. I wish I had one, but you don't. You got a squat between your legs. That's what you got to twat.
What are you connected to?
I'm connected to a laptop that sucks. I don't know.
A laptop that sucks. Well, at least we know.
Well, he pulled out the audio because now there's no audio.
Again.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe he'll fix it one of these days.
Why aren't you using the main computer? He probably can't hear me, but you know.
Oh, well, there he goes. There he goes. That was Joey C, everybody.
So what kind of headset are you working with now there, Bobby?
It's hold on a second. It's the Razer Black Shark V2 Hyperspeed.
Razer Black Shark.
Yeah. Yeah,
Razer.
it's really good. It's really good. It can be.
Razer Black Shark V2 popped right up. Ooh,
Yeah,
got THX 7.1 spatial audio in it.
yeah. They're on sale. Well, they were on sale for like $99.99, I think, on Amazon.com.
Okay,
I'm
this
not
is
sure if they are now, though.
right now. Well, I can't speak because you got Canada, but for me, if I let's just say I wanted it, it's $64.99,
No,
35% off.
that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There's one that's $99.99.
Regular price is
Uh,
$99.99. This is on 35% off. It's on sale.
well, if this one was on sale for $99.99, there's one that's above that. It's the. It's got to be the. Does it say? Hold on a second.
Hyperspeed.
Yeah.
Does this say hyperspeed? Okay. There is a newer model of this item. All right. So I clicked on.
That could be it. That could be it.
Okay, it's regular price $129 and on sale for $99.
That's got to be the one. That's
God
gotta be the
damn,
one.
70-hour battery life?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this thing Bluetooth?
It's like it is. You connect it to Bluetooth, but you gotta like if you want to use it wirelessly, you gotta.
It has a dongle that you plug into your PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
But
Let's see if I can get these.
wired, it works really well. I can't get it to work properly wirelessly on my computer, but I have an older computer, so that might be the problem. But I'm fine with being wired because I've always been wired. You know.
No, you sound really good with it. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Huh, I'm gonna see if I can get my homeboy to send me a pair.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're really fucking good.
It's good headphones.
Can you-
Yes, we hear you, Mr. C.
Okay, I'm definitely not on these. I could hear you through the speakers, so I don't know what happened. I don't understand. Anyhow, but here's what I was saying before I had to go reboot.
Hey, he's not clipping now.
No,
Who's not
he's on the
clipping?
speakers. You were clipping bad with those headphones.
All right. Well, anyhow, I'm on speaker. Listen, and one thing nobody can take away from me, I've been consistently shitty with my fucking sound since day one. I've been very consistent. Very consistent. So
that is the truth.
I've been very consistent. They talk about
consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, I've been very consistent about having shitty fucking microphones, shitty fucking sound. I've got people that have actually said they enjoyed watching me, but they just couldn't do it no more because of the mic problems I've always had, which I respect. But you know what? So you can't take that away. For 15 straight months, I've had shitty fucking sound, and you know what? At least I'm doing something right? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Fugly.
Hi, Fugly. Good guy, my man Fugly. Another great guy. We got a lot of great people here.
Understand something. I'm not a cheap fuck. I just have a friend who can probably get me a pair for me to review. So why buy them when I can get a pair to review and then keep them?
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
The headset that Bobby's using, I can most likely get my homeboy, who's a tech reviewer, to send me a pair.
Okay.
From the company.
Yeah.
All right.
And all I have to do is review them.
Well, these are cheap ones I just picked up for like $3.98. I think they bought them at the Goodwill for $3.98. They're brand new in the package, but
brand new in the garbage.
I bought 2 pair of them, but I guess they're pretty bad, huh? They don't work, huh? And then we got this microphone that I dissected. I took this one all apart now. I wanted to learn about microphones. I don't even know what I did with it. This one here, I had fun taking apart. I put it back. Huh?
The one you broke?
No, not the one I threw with that. No, I dismantled that one. I don't even know where the new mic. Oh, here it is. This one here, the good one that I got from Casey. I took this all apart real nice, and I think I put it back together pretty good. And I just can't figure out. It's got a new cord. But now I can't even use the big computer unless I'm going to be on the microphone. So that's why I went right to the laptop, which is a pretty shitty laptop. But it's always been consistent.
They have their own built-in speakers.
Right. Just like the computer I bought from you has a built-in. I didn't know it had a built-in camera. I finally figured out it slides up like this, And but that camera is so outdated and so low in pixels.
It's a 1080p garbage camera.
Oh yeah, just forget about it. I turned it on. And I'm like, wow, where am I at in the 1880s? I mean, that's how bad the
Well,
camera was.
Lee, I've never talked shit about Bob. I just said I don't care for Bob. There,
Yeah, and I tried to tell him that. Fugly, I told him Bob, he's very we all make mistakes, and we don't all hit him. Bob Levy is the greatest guy in the world. He really is. He really is.
He's a good dude. He's always
He's
been
a great dude,
dude,
Lou. I mean, let me tell you, if Bob recognizes something in you, he'll be there and helping you and just being kind to you. Bob is just he's the type of guy when he puts the microphone down.
I see how he is with you. I've never heard.
Well, he's like that with everybody he loves. That's not like me. He if he likes you, I mean,
one thing I will say about Bob though, from that Atlantic City, the videos from Atlantic City, he don't give a fuck. He will step to you.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Bob Levy is a warrior. He's a champion, man.
I wish they would have let him. I wish they would have let him go and just jump over that fucking barrier and just attack them.
I mean, Bob's 60. What is he? 62, Bobby? I think he just turned 62 recently. That man is in great shape. He just went. He had new teeth put in. You know, and he went all the way to a very far place. I forgot where he went. Turkey, and he loves his wife unconditionally. He has his best friend in the whole wide world is Perry Caravel, who treats him like a dog. You know, and Bob just. You know, because Bob likes to touch things and figure out. Bob likes to see new things, so he touches things. And Perry don't like that. Perry don't like anything touched in his house. You know that. You know, you just. You know, Perry's a very odd individual, but I heard a very nice guy. You know, I heard he's the most lovable. I think Bob's wife has been in California out by Perry, hasn't she? Visiting Perry without Bob, I think.
Yeah, wow.
So I think she's been touring out there. I don't know if she has family out there, but I know that Perry was on the schedule to have probably dinner with, and Bob just loves his wife and loves his best friend. But Bob Levy, when he puts that microphone down, he told me this is the key. Well, first of all, he's a comic. He's a guy that he's a crowd worker comic who is this man is, like you said, he don't hold back. Bob Levy is one of the. No. He just if you do research and just get. I'm talking big name comics. I'm talking some of the biggest names in the industry over the years, and just mention Bob Levy to them. I promise you, they will not say one bad thing about Bob, and they will praise Bob Levy. He has worked with some of the highest comics. Bob has done a lot of that. Bob Levy attacked Howard Stern years ago, and Stern was so afraid that I think Bob almost got charges for it.
Yeah.
That's how straightforward he is when he believes in something. Bob is not phony. Bob will go right for your throat. He's my kind of guy. And Bob's a guy to this day I still wouldn't want to mess with. Okay? And I've got the temperament, and you do too, of this of being crazy just like him Bob didn't think Bob had some problems with the law in his life, but Bob is a great man. When he wanted to raise his son, Bob went as far as even living in the basement of his ex-wife's home so he could be with his son every day to raise his son. That's a good guy, man. That's a guy that cares.
That's commendable.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of man Bob Levy is. Bob Levy, when he's the only person that I could say that could rip on me and go with him when he's on the air, and I laugh so hard because he's the only one I show full respect to because I know when Bob Levy puts that microphone. I mean, the other day when he was ripping me, he texted me right after the show. I love you, buddy. He goes, this is how you do it, pal. This is how you do it. This is how you... And yesterday I went into his chat room, and he swore to God it was not me in there. There's no way this is the real Joey C. This guy's actually funny. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to me. I wasn't trying to be funny. I just start writing some stuff in the chat room, and it was really like a home run, like every time. And Bob and OJ go, there's no way that's Joey C. This guy's funny. It was spelling correctly. It's just automatic. So then they go, if it is Joey C, Mrs. C must
be a fucking miracle that you're spelling correctly.
I mean, everything was done right. And Bob goes, there's no way. But then I said, no, it's me. I promise you. But Bob is the only guy I can laugh at when he's ripping on me because he'll text me right after his show and like it's funny because he goes, I told you to send me an email. And I kept firing. He got me to fire off emails to him. I go, Bob, check it. He goes, you got it. And then they're bouncing on Bob. Bob, did you refresh? Bob, do you even know how to open an email? It's just his humor is so. But Bob,
so
if he loves you,
says, Joey, you're fired until you get some new equipment that works.
well, that's okay. I mean, I'm okay. I've been fired many times in my life. It's nothing new, you know. I've been fired. Anybody who says they've never been fired from a job is a complete moron.
And then,
I got fired because of my angerness, me being angry all the time, me being right to the point. A lot of people don't like you to be right to the point. There's the problem with people.
We're going to do a show together. We got a new show coming soon, guys.
Oh, well, I got it on Spartan. The new background that we'll be doing on Tuesday. We'll both be in uniform. This is going to be the new background. The Uncle Rocco show. I made this thumbnail yesterday by myself. It's not the best, but it's got a picture of El Horrible, a Tukey behind me, and then the great Rocco. And Rocco's loving it. But I've been playing around with the intro. Listen, guys. I know I've done about 4 or 5 intros, and I've showed them. And people are like, another intro? Rocco even said, another intro? Can we get to the show? Here's the thing. This means a lot to me, this project. It really does, because there's going to be a lot of eyes on me, because the one thing, it ain't so much about that they think it's going to be a good show, because I'm already doomed as far as that because of who I am, and I don't produce good shows, according to most people. But what they're intrigued about is no one's had the balls outside of Shuley that did John to call out any other show, which Rocco is the Dabbleverse Dabbler of the Year. He's very talented. He's very creative. He does great voices. He's a very talented guy that is on top of the food chain, and he don't like a lot of shows. He doesn't like the Shuley Network. He doesn't like, he really never cared for Brennan. He was a true blue kind of a guy. He's part of Carl's team. If you look at it, before he got even as popular, it was him, Cardiff, and Carl. That's where they're the most comfortable. And Carl takes them guys everywhere. Obviously, OJ has broke out to be pretty successful. The smartest thing OJ did for the Dabbleverse is because we have so many different characters in the Dabbleverse. OJ showed himself, and he's a pretty handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? He's very. Everybody thought he was gonna be some fat, snarly looking guy, and this guy comes with pretty dressed, nice pair of jeans, nice shirt, flat stomach, the 6-pack, bald head, the sparkling blue eyes. And first of all, every woman's toenails were curling in that fucking event. They all wanted to jump him. They all wanted a piece of him. And all the men, all our great men who like boy toys, were just drooling over him. So his popularity from that weekend tripled to the roof, of how he does it. Now, OJ was a guy that would be like us, 30 people in his chat room. By himself, people, they didn't take him seriously. But when he was with El Horrible, he was with El Horrible from day one. And I remember when he used to help me out when I first came on. I kept, who's this El Horrible guy? Oh, he's just a guy that comes on about once a week. We do a show once, and I help him with a show, which Rocco, I didn't know who Rocco was back then. I really didn't get to know Rocco until about 6 months in when Tukey came out. I was, we all remember when Tukey first came out, which was a smash hit. So, no, do I have talent like Rocco? No. But I'm surely going to try my best to launch this the right way. So it's important to me. It's got to be the right thumbnails, or at least be uniform. At least to be the effort. I think the effort's going to go a long way. And I did several takes, and I'm learning to do the intros. Finding the right program that can do everything for you is pretty hard. I got an AI song. People are sick of AI songs. So I did it a little different yesterday. I kind of put a lot more of clips of Rocco speaking with OJ or speaking about me, and I put it together, and I had it down to like 150, but it's like 2-minute long intro, but I like it. I think but it's important to me to launch this show, to be prepared, and people are more excited about, all right, someone's finally going to put Rocco in his place, and even Rocco's excited. So it's how important that we come out of the gate with this, Lou, how important we're both ready, and Rocco's not worried about how bad or how hard we're going to go at it. It's the fact that if we're really going to be committed to this, and I think this is going to go a long way with a lot of people, and I think the people that truly do like us, I think me and you together, and we'll have a guest every once in a while, and we're going to have a call in line. I think we're gonna make something that's going to be watchable. I think so. This is important to me. So that's why I went with a couple different intros. I'm content with the one I got now till I can think of something better, or somebody else may come up and offer us one of these talented people that never, but say, you did really good for a guy that don't know much about anything on the internet or about how to do these things. But here, I made this launch. You tried it. And like I said, anybody that wants to contribute to our channel, as far as talent, as far as thumbnails, as far as people that can write music, as far as people can to make anything that's funny, that's good humor, that's I don't want to demolish people. I don't want to belittle nobody. I want to have fun. So anybody that has the talent, and which I can tell you, most of the talent's over in the Shuli chat room, because his Discord, there's so many talented people that do everything. And if those people want to just help us, we'll give you full credit. We'll put you in the end of the show, and we'll talk about you. We'll plug you. All I'm asking is I come on every day and I try, and I fail a lot at this, but it doesn't discourage me. I don't say fuck it. I get mad and I walk away for a couple of days, but I don't. I like doing this, and I want to get better. But I think the Uncle Rocco show is a good step. That people are the vibe has been great about it. There's not really been no negativity. That's why I've never had where I was to start a show where I've always got mostly bad stuff. But people are really happy that we're going to trash Rocco. The people are Tukey. Go get Tukey. Now the thing is I'm a strong believer that Tukey, it has a mind of his own. Tukey is evil. He's evil, and I think he's starting to control Rocco. So that's what we got to do. We got to destroy Tukey. Having Cardiff come on board, and Cardiff wants to be. No. Cardiff has always been in a riff with Tukey. The Potato and Tukey have always been rivalries. You understand? Cardiff has always looked for that fame over Tukey. And Tukey has blown, for many times, has blown Cardiff. Cardiff is becoming a very reputable. Now we're talking about the character here, and Cardiff wants to destroy Tukey. Now Cardiff don't control Ralph, because Ralph is his alter ego that is part Tukey. You understand? And like he said, I can't control. Ralph is out of control. Now Ralph will give us a lot of problems, so we have to learn how to make sure we pull Cardiff when Ralph emerges. The same way we got to pull Rocco out when Tukey takes over. You understand? Tukey is on standby with the Tukey Taliban. He said, no, not yet. But everybody's on standby. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of people from the Tukey Taliban coming down after us when we start going after Tukey. We love Rocco here. I love Rocco. Rocco, if you noticed in the intro how he says, back to Joey C. Oh, I love me some Joey C. Rocco truly, truly loves Joey C. And Rocco has tried to. Yes, he does. You got to listen to the voices and look in his eyes, how they sparkle when he mentions my name.
So gullible. Rocco don't love no one.
Oh, here's the problem, Lou. You got to understand that Rocco, he even said it when he took the mask off. I lost it. Rocco by himself is shy. He can't show himself his true talent. So he created El Horrible. He created Tukey. And they get so strong of characters, they take over him because he's a shy, lovable, little furry guy. You know what I'm saying? But he can't handle the media of all the attention as Rocco. So that's why he comes with the alter egos. So, but the alter ego is getting to him. I see it. I see my man there.
He's got to compartmentalize himself in his own brain.
Yes. And we must rescue him.
When Tukey comes in, Rocco's gone.
Yes. Yes, you get what I say. You understand what I'm saying. Yes, that's exactly right. Which is very common. A serial killer becomes another person. He puts himself in a different frame of mind. And when they go to prison for life before they go to the deathbed, to get the death penalty, they're under a microscope with many people that profile them who want to get into their minds. They want to know, how does the mind lock out the human being and recreate the character to be so evil. Tukey's bad news. Tukey is the next, in Minecraft, the next serial killer. If you see Tukey alone, you're in trouble. I'm telling you. You think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you. I've know a little bit about psychology, and Rocco is calling out early for help. He wants us to save him, and we must destroy Tukey. So even though it's the Uncle Rocco show.
Joey. You've been watching too much of that CBS show you like, Chicago PD.
All right. Well, Lou, I really need you on board to understand this, because this is going to be a show that I'm going to put a lot of effort into, a lot of studying.
All you want to. I'm going to talk all the shit I can.
Okay, good. But just remember, our focus
No.
Look at that happy guy behind me. I mean, look at Rocco. Come on. Look at Rocco. Just look.
I am so looking
Here.
forward to watching these fucking clips.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the happiness in Rocco's face. Look at the eyes of Tukey. Look at that. Look at him and look at him.
The man
look at
looks
him.
like he's a degenerate sufferer. He looks
Look
like
at
he's
Tukey.
cracked out. Look at him. His eyes.
He's not though. That man's never done a drug in his life, but maybe marijuana. That's it. I was a career drug addict. This man never dabbled in anything hard ever.
Hawaiian shirt. Man sits in a room
Oh my
with a
God.
bunch of green puppets. Fucking guy's a weirdo.
He's a great guy. He's got a great mind. Do you know he can imitate anybody's voice? Do you know that he's really good at voices? He just creates. I mean, look at Lou. I'm being serious here. This is a great mind we must save.
I'm not saving this fucking fucknut. Fuck this fuck.
We got to save this man. I love Rocco.
Yeah, you love
Lou. Man, Lou, you rough on this guy. My God, man. Oh, I do have the balls, though. You see, this is an untrue statement here. You're making false statements again about me. I do have the balls to go after Rocco. Trust me. One thing I do have is a pair of balls to go after somebody, but it's going to be done from everything that is boiled up inside of me, built up inside me for the last 58 years. Is I'm going to dig deep into my soul and bring out, like yesterday in Bob Levy's chat room, I don't know where all of a sudden I could spell, I could put punctual. I had my eyes closed as I'm fucking typing. And Bob's like, this guy's too funny. There's no way. And I just started pulling things out. I don't even remember what I said. I didn't even write it down. I can't even never probably see that again. But I don't know. But it was funny. I was saying some pretty funny things. And it made Bob laugh. And OJ was laughing. And they swore it wasn't me. And this is what happens to me from time to time. Here's my problem. I can't remember some things that I talk about. I don't remember. I could read something or look at something or do something and not remember what I did. I don't write things down. If I would just start jotting things down, because it's like me, I close my eyes and my head spins and I become this other person. And I've never really showed it on the air. But yesterday, I was just not part of a show. I was as a spectator. I was enjoying Bob Levy as I do all the time. And learning from Bob. I'm just learning. And in finding all the stuff Bob pounds into people that he tries to get you to just listen to this. Listen, just watch the natural craft that I have. And all of a sudden, it's just like I became instantly Bob's true student. And I just started making my mentor proud of me for that moment that I had on that chat room. Because I know he was proud of me.
Do you
I
hear
really
this
do.
shit?
I really
Do you
do.
hear this? This man is delusional.
Because I have the most respect for Bob Levy. I just really do. You know?
I think what Joey says is true.
It is. I mean, I'm being deep here, man.
Looks like you got a whiskey bottle over there.
Yeah, I was screaming at a few
No.
people. Mike, you're right. Mr. Z's not a nice guy. He's another coward that
Waterloo.
likes to talk about females
Go look
that
at bottle for
when
water.
he's on the air.
What's that?
But I wanted to talk a little bit about
water.
Am I cut off here again or what?
No, you're not
hear
cut
you,
off.
buddy.
We hear you perfectly
All right.
well.
So
Are
here,
you ever going to come back to your
I
chair?
talked to. Huh?
Oh, where'd you go?
Are you ever
Oh,
going to
shit.
get back
Joe.
I
down?
forgot about. Oh, okay. Here we go. I forgot. All right. Am I back? What the hell happened?
Yeah.
There we
Oh,
are.
yeah.
All right. All right.
All right.
I forgot. I got a little door on my camera. I like it. You close the door, it's like closing the window, and I disappear. You open the door.
Okay. Yeah.
I like it. It's a 1080p camera. It's sufficient. So let me go here and present something to you. Here's the coward. Here's the guy. Here's the guy with the balls. I want everybody to know who he is, and I expect all Catalano Talibans to be ready to stand by. That this guy is another one of the cowards. And I don't think he's ever been part of the Dabbleverse, but apparently he goes to work and watches me live. That's kind of intrigued me. Out of all the shows that are great, above and superior over us, this man's working and got me live on at work. And I'm like, wow, a fan or an idiot? And here it is.
Maybe
I
a little
believe
of
in
both.
it. This is him. I don't know. Let's please. We must let you know what he says. This guy is. Yeah. Let's Let's get to this guy here.
Oh, it's this doofus.
This is him.
Soup Party.
Oh my God,
What a
man,
fucking
yeah.
name.
Man clip. Folks,
Doesn't he look like
That
one of the
one
guys
I
who
just played was just
No.
the slap
kind of
shot?
is because I've never gotten into him. I've never shown him off. But this next segment I found kind of fucking wild. Now y'all have known me to be on Honk the Clown's shows every here and then. I was on last Friday, and I guess Joey C saw, and he had this to say about me. Let's see. Let's go to 4920
He's a geek. Who thinks he's
of the show he
gonna
did
come here and
yesterday.
use a
I
pop
saw
up
this
show.
live while he was at work.
while he's at
And I
work
couldn't
watching me
believe
live.
it.
Watch live, Lou.
Now this guy is talking about me.
People in this Dabbleverse. Man, I can't even count. And the other one is a fucking big fucking pussy lion fucking. I guarantee you, we're close. We're gonna shut him down pretty quick. Now Honk the Clowns get shut down really.
Honk the Clown. Now I'm associated because I was on this guy's show. He's mad after watching the show that Honk did. I was on. And he's saying he's going to shut Honk the Clown down. Like, okay.
Wait,
So already we have a tough guy mentality who thinks he can just take your YouTube channel down.
Mhm.
By doing what? Talking shit?
I'm sure that. We're in negotiation with YouTube with this one.
We're in negotiation with YouTube with this one. So what does that mean? You're reporting his shows?
His ass is going bye-bye.
His ass is going bye-bye, he says. He's going to get Honk the Clown's channel taken away.
Fucking
For
idiot is just
what? I don't know.
giving you play-by-play of what
Saying
you
mean
say,
stuff?
Like,
He
really.
tells nothing but one fucking lie after another. The idiot's so
Well, that's not against YouTube's terms of service, and it's also not a crime.
stupid. I got cousins that were in prison, and they got you dumb fuck. The federal government lets you take your prison, your fucking ID.
It's about him. I don't even know what this is about.
Yeah, he don't know what
Then
it's
why
about.
do
But
you
he
Keep an
creates
ID after
words on
being out
Twitter.
of prison. Who cares?
No, I just
What
want to show you
Joey
who
C
this guy
is trying
is. Did I nail it? The slap shot look? Is that him? Doesn't he look like the slap shot guy? You know, the Triple Hanson brothers that were that part of the team. You're so fucking stupid, Honk. It's ridiculous how you lie.
This guy probably doesn't even
Yeah,
know
this guy.
karate. Look, this guy's just looking for
Piece of shit that's coming around with these fucking guys podcasting. Fuck you, Triple G. I want to see you come and take my fucking wife from me. I want to see. He made that statement, and that's why I said something about him. Now he's twisting like I'm crazy and I'm popping. I don't even know this guy till he made a statement about my wife. This guy, I never seen him before. Don't know nothing about him. I just flipping through shows, and this guy pops up, and the right thing, I put it on right at the moment. This guy was talking about my wife, and I was like blown away. Another one, another guy. And I'm like, they all are quick to go to the women and talk shit about the women and the ungodly. And he was so confident that when he said on Honk's channel, intrigued me. So all I did was talk about it on my show. I didn't search for the guy. I didn't look for him until I went to Twitter like I do every day to check in. And there it is, a video of my wife, you know? And I'm like, this fucking guy is real. And then he's popping off. So I put him in his place a little bit. And now he's kind of changing his tune. Saying, oh, you did. No, buddy, I didn't start with you. I didn't know who you were. I didn't care that you were on Honk the Clown. That's your business. What I cared about is again, why weren't you ripping on me? Why did you have to go to the woman? Why? You think that's the weak way out. When they first go, they don't know nothing about you. They go right to the woman. They're weak right off. They give up their card that they're weak human beings because they won't attack men first. They go to the wife. And I'm telling you, and then I make a statement like this, and then I'm a coward, and my wife, she wears the pants. Oh, well, that's fine then. Let my wife wear. You wouldn't say that to her face, because I promise you, you wouldn't have a face after she got fucking done with you. And I would laugh to watch it, because it would be funny. It's funny when I see a woman beat a man. It really is. I've seen some women really whip the shit out of some men, and it makes me fucking laugh hard, because it shows what those guys are, you know? And you can tell if a man's just not hitting a woman and he's just letting her, hit him. And you can tell by his reaction. But I've seen grown men on the ground crying, please, begging, crying like little babies because that woman's whipping the shit up. And then there's a guy that just taking it because he don't hit women. And he's just, until she crosses a certain line. I guess there's a limitation with anybody. I guess if you start trying to cut somebody or try to draw blood on somebody or physically hurt them, I can imagine that the man could drop his hand a little bit and say, wait a minute now, I'm bleeding from the head. You're trying to kill me. I think that's a different story. But in most cases, a true man will just sit there and like, go ahead, baby, get the steam off, and that would intrigue her more, because that would be a way a man can get a woman to the bedroom. Is if a woman is somewhat very sexy, but you just don't want to cross that line, but she starts whipping on you, and you're just smiling at her, you're probably going to score that night with her, because you're going to, she let all her aggression out and you took it, and but this guy here, no, he didn't go to me. He didn't go to me till after the fact, after I mentioned his name. And then he has the balls, his friends say, he's one of them guys like Chad Zumacher looking for traction. Buddy, I can roll out of fucking bed and flip on my fucking channel and have more fucking views than you guys had looking at all your fucking channel. You understand? Because I do get traction. I'm not good at what I do, but I definitely get traction. That's another thing that I can say consistently. I get the traction. I get people to talk about. Everybody knows the name fucking Joey C in the fucking universe. So I don't know if that's not what's getting traction is more than that. You know what I'm saying? So you're very misguided, son. Very misguided. Okay? Do I have a good show? Never claimed to be no top show. Never. Do I have talent? Never claimed to have any talent. Am I humble? Very humble. But I can promise you this. I've definitely made noise on a daily basis where I get the traction. That's without saying. That comes up. That just comes. So you just. And then he lives 3 hours north of here, so he's definitely a redneck, because 3 hours north of here is all fucking rednecks. So he's going to come down here to my part of Tampa and think he's going to go knock on the door? He won't make it through the bottom door. He won't maybe make it to the building if he pulls up with that look in the parking lot.
Joey, that's why everybody talks about you, because everybody knows you got something.
I don't know what it is. I appreciate that, and I look and I sit there and I go to my when a friend says that or a non-friend, I'm like, what is it? Why? I mean, Bobby, and I mean this as humble as I can. I could just want to take a day off of the Devils and start going to just slipping, and I'll see on the prompter, where you got where it comes across, what's that called again?
The ticker.
When people are speaking, it's the TTY stuff, that comes on. Whatever they're saying is coming. I forgot what it's called. Closed caption.
Oh,
so
closed caption. Yeah, okay.
Come on, I'm like, I don't even know these guys. It's every fucking buddy somehow, some way talk about that crazy old man, and I don't know what it is. And then Bob says, even OJ says, he's one of the greatest entertainers. He's got no talent, but he's one of the greatest entertainers. He's always going to give you a laugh at some point. I just like to talk. I have just a gas.
How are you the greatest entertainer, but you have no...
Well, I'm a good entertainer for people who do get entertained by my creative, nutty stuff that I do. Being. Whether it makes sense or not, it's not, there's no talent to it. I have a gift to gab. That's it. I have the ability that I can go on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and out-talk anybody. I could probably have a panel of 12 guys that have a contest to see who outlasts us for talking, and I'm pretty confident I'll win that contest every time, because guys will fucking finally fall asleep or just run out of things to talk about. I never run out of things. I don't even come up for breath. When I get on a roll, I can go hours and hours without even taking a breath. It's just something that God gave me. I can't explain it. It's just something I have, I don't know. I don't make sense to myself half the time, but I'm just saying some people are trying to say, take that God-given talent there and turn it into something. I've never tried to turn it into anything, because if I try, I just feel that I'm not going to be very good. It's like, I don't try to be funny. I don't try to crack jokes. I mean, I'll get on here and get on a roll and I'll repeat a Rodney Dangerfield joke, but I'm not trying to be funny. Exactly, Jive Turkey. Exactly. But you're here watching. You don't like me, but you're here watching. So my point's proven every time with guys like you. It's proven that Rocco thinks I'm the most talentless person in the world, but he's glued to the fucking watching me and hearing me every day. So that's something. That's something that, and even Bob said, that motherfucker gets traction. I don't care what anybody says. He makes you want to watch him. And that's what it is. It's like he pretty much lassos everybody in and says, I'm here, and he's good at stage prep. Pat Dixon said, he ain't camera shy. That motherfucker ain't afraid to take consequences. He don't give a shit about consequences. And that's qualities that I heard that some of the best comics wish they had. Some of them, that's what they lack in. They lack in that camera presence. They're too shy. They're just. I have that. So if I had the rest of it, I would have been successful. It's like Bob Levy said yesterday. OJ said it. Even Joe Conte said, if the guy had any comedic skills, he would be number fucking one in that field, on top of the food chain. I don't have it. I have the part A and part B. I don't have the other parts, C and D. I don't have that to be the complete picture. So it's like anything else. I'm just an average piece of shit like everybody else. That I'm not one of them guys that became a phenom, like an athlete or a guy in the industry of A-list. I didn't get the full package. I only have parts of it. So I'm sorry. I don't make no excuses. But at least I have something. At least I have something. That's all. And what I do have is I like to talk. You know, people tell me to shut up all day long. I don't care. You can't shut me up unless you put a cork in me and fucking tie me up. You know, and I'll probably wither away the cork through my teeth and eat it and swallow it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Enough about me. Let me show you another thing that I want to show
enough
people.
About you. What?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I wasn't. I'm just trying to explain something that what I hear. I'm not trying to listen. I don't. I just do me. That's all I do. I come on and I do my show and I enjoy my guests. You know, that's all I do, man. You know, I'm not. I don't try to be something I'm not. I know I'm not a comedian. When people, it's like the Side of Me group has tried so hard to help me, and they think I'm just shitting on them. And I keep asking the one, why me? Why would you be interested in a 60-year-old man who has no comedic skills, and you guys are all comedians? Why do you, what is it that you think you're going to turn me into? You'll never make me funny. It's too late to make me a funny guy to have timing and to pull that stuff off. I couldn't do it. I don't even think I have the patience to try to do that. You just can't do it. So I don't understand what the focus is. They're trying to make me more money. They said that they can make me make a lot of money. I don't think I will ever make anything money on here. I'm not like people are saying. It'll never happen. I appreciate it, but I'm a $20 a day kind of guy, $25 a day kind of a guy on a consistent average. That's facts are facts, man. I think I'm at my full peak. Do I think I can make a show? Now I have to see if I can really put together a show from beginning to end the right way. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's my project right now. I want to see, can I do it? Did I learn from Hackright? Did I learn from all the people I've been on podcasts with? I try to take a piece of everybody I've ever been on a show with. Because I had, and the guys that I'm with on consistently is the guys I cherish the most of me. That's, you know, I've always said from day one, every time I got a chance to be on with Bobby Nick was a plus for me, because it taught me patience. It taught me how to listen. It taught me how to just blend in and be the guy that people notice. Yeah. Bobby Nick's, I always notice Bobby Nick, even when he wasn't talking, when he's on a show. He stands out the most on any place because of he's just, when you're a good guy, you're a good guy. When a good guy, I mean, pure through the heart all the way through, you're going to notice him if you've got any type of character. He's the guy I always notice more than anybody. It's Bobby. And Bobby Nix has done many shows where he didn't speak maybe 5 syllables in a show.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
Well, it's kind of hard when you're talking all day.
So I'm not talking about that. Bobby Nix has the patience of he's just got a gift. And then when he speaks, he's got that great voice. But he's always the same guy. You don't see him too angry. I've seen him get a little angry. But he was warranted for his angriness. It was warranted because, you know, you only can push any human to a certain point. We all have a breaking point when it comes to anger. But Bobby Nix is the guy that always stands out for me. And so to me, it's always an honor when Bobby's on my panel or if he invites me over to his panel and I'm able to do it. I enjoy it. Yes, I'll tell you, a lot of people ask me to go on their shows and I turn down a lot of people. Do you want to know why I turn them down? It's not because of anything. If their show is just start, is I know I'm going to take over the show and talk too much on their show. And because I'm a likable guy, they don't stop me. Like where Jake does it, they all get rid of Jake, you understand? But me, they don't. They just let me go, you know, and I feel I'm being rude to that person, you know. That it's like if I could go on Jason's every night or every day. I love Jason. I think he's one of the greatest people in the world. But I go on there, I fucking just start talking, and everybody on the panel, some people don't like that, you know. So I'm like, it's not right. I can't help it. I don't do it purposely. It's just like once I get on and I start talking. You know how it is, Lou. I just fucking talk, and you can just look at me like you're looking at me now with the fucking eyes and saying, "Yeah." Lou used to say when he first came on with Kai, and he'd be on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. Lou couldn't get a word in. They tried, none of them could, but they just enjoyed. You know, that's just
also
me.
bad on you.
You know. But see, I don't worry about looking good or bad. It's just I can't help it. So that's why I turn down a lot of shows that I don't go on. Jack's been trying to get me on every day. Every time you see the show, he wants to send me a link. I don't want to go up there when his panel's flowing and he's doing his thing. I don't want to do that to people because I don't like, as far as podcasting, I don't know. As a person, I like everybody. But I don't like going on panel with Tiffany or Jen. I'm too old for what their persona is or how they act. You understand? I don't like women being slutty. I don't like women. I don't like that. You understand? I really don't. True blue kind of guy and I understand she's young and she wants attention. It's just not for me. As a person, I think she's wonderful. But as far as her character, it's just not for me. I don't get into that. So, you know, I don't see other women. I only see my wife. So I don't take when women are being, flirtatious with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I can go on a show with Wendy because Wendy, to me, I look at Wendy as a star from Howard Stern, someone that I enjoyed for years. You know, so I don't look at Wendy as when she says the off the wall stuff she does, or you know, I laugh at that because it's funny. But when someone is doing her thing and then the men are just groveling over her, I look at those girls like they're my daughters, you know, and I wouldn't want my daughter doing that and getting that kind of attention. So I'm not trying to stop it. It ain't my business, but I just choose to just not be part of that panel. It's a respect thing for me. And that I know I'm gonna start talking and I'm gonna rub people in the wrong way. And they're gonna be, when I go leave their channel, they're gonna be saying, "What a fucking character that guy!" But don't ever have that guy on again. None of us got to talk. So I understand that. So that's the first and foremost thing that. But on my channel, I could sit there and fucking talk all day and night if I want, you know. But I try to give everybody some.
Joey, you know what though? I think the thing is that when people do ask you on their show, they know that's what they're going to get.
I know. But
that's what they expect. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, like Ray,
I'm not playing video games. I was actually doing laundry.
It's like Ray. I think Ray generally really likes me as a person. I've met Ray. I've talked to him and sat with him. Ray's generally a good guy. I think Ray puts himself in a lot of bad positions. I know he's really serious about going after this Frank and Sheckler guy who really does great stuff on Ray. You know, he really does it right, man. And Ray's not. I guess Ray's really into his feelings about this because I hear Ray's really taking him to court. I hear this is all real. Ray's really upset about this guy. But Ray. It's another one, you know. If you generally Ray will say really nice things about, but Ray only calls me when he needs money because he knows he's getting to hate super chats by bringing me on to argue with a Shmoo Buckman or a guy like that, you know. And I told Ray when I ask him, he lies right to my face, you know. Ray, I mean, I'll help anybody, but Ray, don't fucking bait me. Ray's baited me a lot. Oh, I promise you, no one's coming on. It's just you and me. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in it. Well, there's a guest backstage. I'll only bring him on. He'll pitch him on. What am I going to say? No, you can't bring him on your show, Ray? You know, I mean, I went to extreme and say, no, Ray, you bring him on, I'm gone. You know, I have thrown that card at Ray because he does it every time. He baits me. And I don't like that. I don't be straight up with me, man. You know, if I'm going to go into the fire, at least let me know I'm going to go into the fire. Don't sandbag me like that because, you know, I might say, I'll give that argument you're looking for so you get those super chat, but I'll go the wrong way and I could hurt your channel because I'm not going to care at that point when you put me into that position. And then I'm gonna look at it. Well, it's your fucking channel, ain't mine. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fuck you now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be that guy. You understand? And so that's why I've been turning Ray down every day. I just turn him down. He said he's asked me a ton of times to come on, and I won't go only because of that. Now Ray was just wanted to go. Hey, I'm in town. You want to go hang out and get dinner? I jump at the opportunity to go to sit down and shoot the shit with Ray because I like him as a person, but I don't like him when he tries to sandbag me and he thinks he's smarter than me. That's the fucking other thing that bothers me a lot. You know what? I learned one thing a long time ago. Playing dumb is the best card anybody can do. If you can play a dummy very well, it could go very well for you because they don't expect nothing out of you. And then when you do show what you can do, it blows them away. But when you stay dumb and just let them bounce on you, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It really is for me. That's fun. I used to be a guy that was I wasn't a nice guy. I used to think one time in my life, you know what made me happy? And this is a sick thing. There's a lot of sick people. You know what really made me happy? Watching people in misery. I used to thrive on that. That's a fact. Now that's sick. I would amuse myself with other people's misery.
Really?
And laugh and like it. That's sick. That I was at like that one part of my life that I would like people to be in misery. I enjoyed them being groveling and begging, and I used to love it. It used to make me superior. That's how I used to feel.
That's
what was it because you were in misery yourself, or
I don't know.
I
don't know. I never. I think it's probably. I think you're right. I think a lot of it had to do because of my own pain. I think that would be very fair to say that you're probably right on the money. That I put myself. I created everything that's bad in my life. No one else could create it. I'm the one that's the worst enemy to myself. And I think that, I believe that because of that, I think that could be a big part of it. I never really got to the rip of the guts of it or tried to see a psychiatrist. It's like without my biological brother, my real cloth brother, he saw a psychologist for a few years to find out what was wrong with his life. And the conclusion was, and he spent a lot of money to fix himself, that it was our mother. And I laughed at him. I said, "You spent how much in therapy fees over the years?" And he told me, and I said, "I could have done it for $5,000 and told you what the problem was. And you spent $100,000, you could have gave me $5,000. I didn't think about that point as my brother. I was looking at $5,000 back then. I would have gambled and fucking been gambling money for me, that I could have fixed him in a fucking nutshell because I would have gave him the same conclusion. What the problem was with all of us, is our childhood, is what the trauma we went through with our mother,
That's not an excuse, though.
But I'm not looking. But I didn't because that's what he felt. He had to see a professional, and it fixed him, and he was able to deal with his everyday life. God bless him. I love him, but me, I ain't paying nobody $100,000 over a couple years to tell me what's wrong with my life. I know where my fucking fears come from. I know where I truly am feared. And let me tell you something. As long as my mother, who I love dearly and think the world of her, is still alive, I'll always fear that woman. She's the only person in this world I fear because I know her capabilities. You understand?
Basically, Joey, you had a hard time growing up and it was all mommy's fault.
No, it's not mommy's fault, but
that's how you're making it sound.
Well, I'm not trying to come off like that. What I'm saying is I love my mother, respect my mother. I'm grateful for the lessons she gave me. But yes, I think I backed myself into my brain psychologically to think that I fear the woman. She's the one person I fear.
Nothing wrong with fearing the woman.
I fear her. I really do. But I'm so kind to my mother, and I love my mother, and I talk to her very, very slowly and very. It's like when she rings the phone, "Hello, mother." It's like, "Oh, yes, mother. Yes, mother, dear." It's like, "Yes, mom. I love you, mom." It's like I don't have the courage to even raise my voice to that woman. She's the one person that if she was deeply watching this show every day, I'd probably get 30 phone calls during the fucking show, and she would, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. And she would just hear her voice would just put me in a place that, I have the most respect for her because I wouldn't have got no life lessons that a father would have taught you, like a normal father should teach a boy growing up, if it wasn't for her. I would not be this high-strung, guy that protected myself and always tried to be a leader and not a follower if it wasn't for my mother. I paid a big price for a lot of things, but she gave me my manhood by teaching me things that a man was supposed to teach me. She did it all. She was a mom and a dad, and she did it very well. You understand? But unfortunately, we were poor. My mother wasn't educated, and my mother knew when it was discipline the old way, the old school way. It wasn't like today. Oh, you put your children in timeout. You take away their Nintendo. Yeah, no, it wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't that I was getting timed out and I was going to be.
You know what? That
to
fucking timeout
use words.
shit don't fucking work. I'm beating
To
your
use
ass.
words. Use your today. Let the children use their words. Let them use their words. That's what you hear. That's how they think society is going to get fit. Let the children choose their words and express themselves.
Yeah.
That's a crock of shit.
I'm gonna let the kids choose their words, and then I'm gonna choose these fucking hands to whoop that ass.
That's a
Right.
crock of shit. If you think you're going to fix society by letting children choose their words, it's a crock of shit. Let me tell you something. You want to know what makes me respect people? Is the fear that I'm going to fucking be beat down like I was. And I was fucking taught respect, how you respect your elders and how you don't diss women. I was taught that because you don't choose words. I watched so many kids in public, grown teenagers, tell their mother, father, shut the fuck up, bitch, yo. That's right. That is how they talk to their parents.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it too. Joey.
Because they let them choose the words.
The society is screwed.
Yo, Melendez.
Screwed up.
These old guys saying how.
Crack that motherfucker across the face with your open hand and tell him, you ever talk to me like that, a motherfucker, again, I brought you into this world, I'll take your motherfucking ass out. And see how quick they're going to call you, hey, ho, come over here, ho, to their mother. I've watched them call their grandmother. I've been in good neighborhood stores and these fucking teeny fucking motherfuckers thinking they're fucking gangsters. Hey, what up, ho, grandma? Fuck you, grandma. Are you fucking kidding me? I want to string the fucking little bastard up.
Would go a long way today.
That's fucked up. And this is our future? This is our future fucking leaders?
Yeah.
That's what my whole point is. That's our future leaders. Because parents can't control their kids today. They can't.
No.
Because they're pussies.
No, not at all.
Okay? Choose your words. The courts say let them choose their words. But take away their fucking lunch money. Take away their marijuana money. Go fuck yourself with that. If you think that works, because I promise you they're going to produce more serial killers out of letting them choose their words than if you give them an old-fashioned crack and a swift kick in the ass and teach them respect. You're going to build character and you're going to teach them the fundamentals of how to work hard in life. Or rather than choose your words. I choose my words, bitch. I want to tie your ass up and skull fuck you. That's what I want to do because I chose my words. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. I remember my uncle was taken to court. His son took him to court at like 12 years old. And my uncle and the judge said, you cannot. And my uncle never, he never was abusive. When he come over here, pull your pants down, pull your britches down, and 2-3 cracks across the ass of the belt pretty hard, would be just enough to fucking teach you. You don't disrespect me. And he did that a couple times, and the kid took him to court, and the judge says, I can throw you in jail for the. My uncle said, what are you kidding me? You're telling me how to raise my child? My son's educated. He's the smartest kid in school. I teach him how to be respectful. And my uncle ripped his wall. He goes, here's half of everything I fucking got. Now take me to fucking jail. Because it's a science society's telling me I can't even discipline my children. That's where we're at in the country. They've taken the Pledge of Allegiance out of all the schools. Religion completely out. You've got these fucking P. Diddy motherfuckers. These kids worship guys like that. You got guys like P. Diddy, who's a fucking homo fucking child molester. You understand?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's what we worship. That's what people worship. Okay? Don't tell me about not everybody. First of all, only a certain percentage of people are successful and rich in this world. It's the same fucking 7 families from the beginning of time that are successful. You understand? That run this fucking world. You understand? And it's never going to fucking change. You get the occasional guy that gets lucky invention or a guy that hits the lottery. They're broke after a couple years. When you're poor, you're poor. When you're rich, you're rich. There's no cut and dry to it. Okay? You're rich because you come from a rich background. There's our self-made millionaires that have made it. But how many percentage-wise in the world are there? Not many. It's just, you look back at history, the same 7 families run this society. It's been proven, the bloodlines, and that's how it always will be until this fucking earth blows up. When the earth blows up and we're all wiped out, and in time and existing life starts all over again, if it even does. You understand? So, people just don't. You can try. I'm a guy. All of us are simple people. We enjoy what we do. We try to be friendly to everybody. But most people thrive on hate and demoralizing people. That's what people like more than anything. It's like when you are a nice person and you do all these nice things and you work hard and you become wealthy and you give money to organizations to help kids, to help the blind, to help the cancer people. Whatever you do, you make sure you're involved. But you go do one bad thing that gets in the news. You're for 70 years of your life, you're this perfect person that has done everything right, and you finally do one thing bad. You die. They remember the one thing bad. They forget about everything else is out the door. That's how society is. Because people generally like misery. That's what this Dabbleverse is about. They enjoy misery. This is what they like. This is what it's about. This is what the Dabbleverse breaks down to. Misery. So, and more people get more balls by being hateful than they can showing their nice side. What's the old saying? Nice guys finish last. Why do women not like nice guys that are educated and are, they take care of you? Women don't like pussies. Women don't like any man they can beat up. That's a fact. So, and we got a lot of men in here that don't have women. They choose not to be the women. They like chicks with dicks, which is okay with me. I don't care what your sexual orientation, but that's where their balls come from. You understand? Because women don't go to them because they can beat them up. You understand? And that's a fact. And a woman don't want a man that's a pussy. My uncle was the nicest husband, provider, perfect credit across the board, gave his family everything. And you want to know something? Couldn't keep a wife because they laughed at him. They laughed behind his back because he was too nice of a guy. Every time they went out and stepped out on him, it was always with the rugged, tough guy that they know without a doubt they're safe. You understand? And I never could understand that. It bothered me because he's the nicest man in the world and was pretty much the father I never had when I needed a father. He was my uncle. He's still alive. He's 80 years old, I think, 81 years old, and he's pretty good health. He'd probably live a long time. Because he's just a good guy. But he always got shit on, man. And to watch the man that I cared about like a father be shit on and never get angry. And you ask him, why do you take that? It's okay. You'll understand someday. No, I don't understand. I mean, I don't get it. You provide, you're kind, you open doors, you cook, you put your kids through the best of everything. Your kids respect you. They love you because they think you're the great. But no woman has never respected this man because he was too nice. And I'm sure deep down he was a ferocious man that didn't believe in that. Because we all have that in us, But he couldn't come out to be mean. He just couldn't do it. And I'm like, stand up for yourself, Uncle. And I used to go and I'm like, he says, there's no need to, he says. And I'm like, okay, now he's alone. He hasn't been with anybody for 20 years, He's lived that life that he accepted. He raises his grandkids and he's a good grandpa. And he's okay with that. I'm happy for him. He's got he worked hard, he retired, he gets his pension, and he's got the nice car he likes. He's got his house paid for. He's content. I get that. But I know deep down somewhere he's lonely. I know that. So, and that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. That to see a good person like that have to really just, I don't know, man. It's like, I look at men. A lot of men, it's the truth. Women are in for the real love and their emotionals and all that. But if you notice, a lot of men go through a lot of wives. By the time they're 60, 65, they don't want to live with a woman. They don't want to be married. They want to be just by themselves. And most men die by themselves. You understand? They die lonely. They die when they get up in age. They don't even want to have a woman around no more. It's they had enough. And you see that in a lot of families. Is a lot of the older men, your great uncles, and they're either wound up in divorce or they're a widow, and they just don't go for that no more once they become older. I used to ask my Uncle Sam that. It was crazy as a box of it. I said, I remember when I was 12, 13, asking him about women, and he told me, and he used to tell me, he goes, oh, boy, when I was a young man, he says, I could go 2, 3, 4 rounds a night. I didn't understand what he was talking about until I asked him, what the hell you talking? He goes, and he told me the details about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. But when he started talking to me like that when I was 12 years old, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Were you boxing the bitch or what? You know what I'm saying? But then when he was trying to be humble to me because he thought I was too young for this talk, and he knew I didn't have a father, and he was my great uncle, and he was crazy Uncle Sam. He was the guy that he was like to make jokes, and I remember when they beat him, 5 guys jumped him in his 60s, and he went to the hospital, but so did those 5 fucking other guys went to the hospital by himself. He beat them guys down, man. pretty good where he put each one of them in the emergency room, but they put him too because of his blood pressure failed him and he went down. When he went down, they beat the shit out of him. But it took them to bring his blood pressure up at 65, 67 years old to hurt the man because he was pretty much, from what I understand, I wasn't there. I was at home and he was visiting one of his daughters, probably about 10 miles. I was in Chicago. He was at visiting his daughter at Irving Park up by Austin, and I'm down by Wrigley Field area. And they said when we got the call that he was in an emergency room that he got beat up. You know, the first thing all the nephews did, all of us got together, all us young bucks, and we want to go find out who did it. But then we saw the 5 young guys in there in the hospital, and we looked at them, holy fuck, Uncle Sam fucked them up. And he said, if I didn't get my high blood pressure to kick in and I passed out, this is when they got me, he said. So here's a guy that fought off 5 fucking 25-year-old guys, didn't even think about how many there were, was just swinging away and fucking grabbing pipe wrenches out of the trunk and cracking them in the fucking head. And then he finally overdid it, and he went down for the count, and then they jump in and jump. That's fucking low, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're getting your ass whooped and bad enough by a 65, 67-year-old man, and then you guys wait till he goes down and fuck him up, you know. So after that, what can I do? What can we do? He said, no. I took care of them enough. He got mad at us. This is my business. Stay out of my business. That's the card he went to. All right, Uncle Sam, no problem. We get it. But it taught me things it's so true. There's a lot of guys that are old just because they're old and decrepit. If they were fighters, they were fighters. You don't take that. That fight goes with you to the day you die. You know, he never was a guy that started with anybody or said, I'm going to beat you up. But I tell you, when they brought it to him, and it took 5 of them, he showed what he was about. You understand? Very humbly, he showed them. And if he didn't pass out, he probably would have killed all 5 of them because he was in World War II and he knows how to kill. You understand? So he understands the art of killing. And he probably would have annihilated all 5 of them. But he didn't because God stopped him, put him down on the ground, passed him out with his high blood pressure, and then the young punks decided to whip his ass. And that's just a lesson that I learned that you never, ever. That's why John, I don't understand why he underestimates everybody and talks the shit he does. You know, John, nobody's disputing that you boxed and you know how to fight and you took your lumps. I've never disputed that with John. We understand that you fucking be beat up pretty good all your life and you do know how to fight. No one said that. Obviously, he's been in some fights in his life. He does know how to fight. But what I don't think he should be doing is popping up at people's doorsteps and underestimating anybody. Because there's a lot of people I think would love to smack John in the face to just get that on the air. You understand? That would really want to do it.
That's a dangerous thing to do.
Exactly. Just be yourself, John, and use your skills if it ever comes to someone trying to hurt you. And then you show what you're going to do and do your best at it. And you're either going to be successful or not. But people are going to respect you to know, man, John stood in there with this 30-year-old guy pretty good. He got his ass whooped, but he got a good couple cracks because of his skills. And then you're going to be respected. Not go in there and say you're going to. That's fucking so wrong, man, what he does, man. It's like never underestimate. There's always someone bigger, stronger, and better. Now, Lou, I'm going to talk about something you like. Bobby, I think Bobby's not really a sports guy. But I wanted to show people. I found this video online. I was watching it yesterday. It's the inside of the Major League Clubhouse, the day-to-day operations. I want to show you what it details, what a clubhouse manager or an assistant has to do every day and what the players expect out of you. This is to the nutshell exactly how you run a locker room and what you have to do. Now, there's several of them. I'm looking for the one with the Rays. I'm trying to look for the one with the Rays. Baseball clubhouse inside with the Rays. And I think Westy, which is Chris Westmoreland, who's the head clubhouse guy, who Westy used to be the visiting guy at one time. He was also a minor league equipment manager who does it right. I mean, he nailed it. His passion for the locker room. And let's see. I think inside the Rays clubhouse. I think this is it right here. All right. Yeah, I think this is it. So let me see. But this is it in a nutshell, man. Now I don't know. I don't think I'll get knocked for anything because if it's MLB, I worry. But this is coming from, I think, just from the inside the Rays, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Here he is. So let me go here. So I don't know. They might say something. I don't know. What are they gonna do to me? I'm gonna show it, and it's nothing bad. It's not. If it was MLB, I wouldn't show it because MLB is a fucking bitch. They're bitches, so they want to fucking hurt everybody they can. Small, you know. They don't give a shit. This is their MLB. They can do what they want, you know. Yeah. But this is inside the Rays clubhouse. This is a day-to-day operations, how clubhouses run, and it's very interesting. I thought it was anyhow. Why don't I have sound here? Hello.
Take them out of the box, take the plastic off, put the numbers on them.
They clean cleats and do laundry. Lots of laundry.
It's a lot of chemicals, a lot of elbow grease that goes into that.
There's usually about 8 to 10 uniforms a night that need to be scrubbed.
And without them, the players might not make it to the field.
All these guys, anything that you need, all you have to do
Good
is
hit to the
ask.
pitching coach.
There are no uniforms. There are no bats. There's nothing.
Meet the clubhouse crew next on Inside the Rays. Hello and welcome to Inside the Rays Clubhouse Crew. I'm your host, Todd Callis, in front of the Rays Clubhouse. Rays players are expected to focus their attention on the game and play to their highest physical and mental abilities. To help them achieve that goal, Rays manager Joe Madden and his staff keep track of the details on the field. Before and after games, clubhouse manager Chris Westmoreland, known as Westy, and his staff pay attention to the details that otherwise could serve as a distraction.
I have 4 guys that work for me in the clubhouse. First off, my full-time assistant is Jose Fernandez. After that, we have Ryan Denlinger, who worked in our minor league system. He does our food room. And then we have Joe Perry, who is basically our field equipment guy. And then we have Ryan Riddle, who is...
I'm going to stop it right there for a minute. Now, he's naming all the guys that everybody's assigned. You know, you'd like to assign certain guys to the same detail every day, so consistency comes in, and they just come to work doing their job thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they're saying. These are things. Now, when you're in the minor leagues, you don't have a full staff like that unless you have the budget to hire staff. Now, this is a guy that has probably 3 assistants, 2 or 3 bat boys, where in the minor leagues, you might just get the bat boy spot, any assistant. Now, you take everything they're doing, and I don't know if this is the actual season, or I think this is spring training. If it's spring training, you're really going to show a hard spring training. But this is how a clubhouse is set up. These are the same bins we got. Usually what happens is all the stuff from the year before gets handed down to the minor leagues and spread out to the minor league clubhouses, like the bins and all the stuff the major league guy. If you've got a good rapport with the major league equipment manager and you're on a daily call with him, because especially in AAA, he's going to send you firsthand anything that, because in the big leagues you get everything new every year. Everything's replaced, everything brand new. That's without a given, because they have the unlimited budget. So it handed down to AAA for the guys, because some AAA teams have a lot of major league guys stacked down there. So this is how it is. Now imagine just me doing this with one guy. All this to do it right, to make these guys have what you hope that they get the major league feeling. It's not easy.
Everything guy. He deals a lot with the laundry. I have 3 bat boys that work for us, Justin, Matt, and McCray. Our job as clubhouse guys is to, 1, maintain our clubhouse, whether that means laundry, equipment for the players, anything that the players need during the normal day. And then on top of that, we're just here to make sure if they have any special requests, if they need something, we're here for them and make them comfortable as we can when they're at their
Now
home.
that special request that he's talking about is like 30 guys coming at you at one time. I need dip. I need a haircut. I need dry cleaning. These are, if a good clubhouse guy and still the food with the guy that was preparing the food cart, I had that same cart. I rented from Subway. I rented from a restaurant depot that gave me the same cart that they have at Subway, and I would do the same thing. I'd go out and get all the lunch meat and the onions and the pickles and slice up everything and fill those all up so the players have a self-service lunch meat plate. I did all this in AAA. I had a Starbucks coffee machine put in. This is things, if you're good at your job, you don't want the players to have to ever worry about anything in the clubhouse, because they have to focus. The main apparent thing is they want them to come to the ballpark, be as comfortable like they're at home, and when they come there, they don't have to, I forgot this from the store. I got to let them worry about anything. They come to play. That's why they pay them. So they notice, right? That's how important clubhouse staff is to player development. We are one of the key essentials to how the player functions day to day with his mind. If we keep his mind sharp and not let him have any distractions, the organization feels if the home is good, the clubhouse that they provide, and everything is that they don't have no wants or needs, they can focus on playing the game and not the stress. Because they're all humans. They all come with the ballpark with having an argument with their wife or their kids or whatever. They have problems just like everybody else. Not just because they're athletes, they have the same problems normal people have. So
Ballpark.
Each member of the clubhouse crew has his own responsibility. And for Jose, his day starts with the mail.
Well, I
The
used to hate
first
it.
thing that I do, get all the packages for the players, all the mail, whatever they need, the boxes. I go open the boxes.
And let me tell you something. That's the first thing I had to do as being a clubhouse manager at AAA is I have to go up to the front office and lug every fucking box that comes in. Because guys that have contracts, they call their agents and it's unbelievable. Sometimes 50 boxes coming in, a whole crate of stuff coming in. Sometimes it'll be for one player, sometimes it'll be for 10 players. But that's the first thing you do out of the gate is they want to know if did you see any catcher's gear? And you better not let it slip because a lot of guys are lazy. They won't get it. And I don't see it. It hasn't come yet. And it'll be sitting up in a mail room for months. You got to go check it daily. And then you're going to get the front office. Hey, man, you haven't been up here for 3 days for the mail. Get your ass up here. We're going to send this stuff back. You got to get the players what they need. A good clubhouse manager will never want a player to come and ask him for anything. He should know what he needs.
So whatever they have, put them in the locker. Make sure that I write down everything that they get, so that we wouldn't forget, just in case they ask if they waiting for something. That's basically how I start my day.
Westy starts his day laying out all the batting practice uniforms, while Riddle is busy finishing the leftover laundry from the night before.
The towels. They always come back with towels.
Joe Harry's duties begin.
Here's the least favorite part. One of my least favorite parts over 30 years. I hated this. I would pass this off to anybody I could get to do it. I had to do it a lot, but I hated it. Rubbing the baseballs. You got to rub the baseballs, and they got to be rubbed right. And it's got to have the right. Everything's got to be even. But this is an everyday thing. I hated this. I taught my bat boys. Here's how you rub baseballs. This is what you got to do a day, 10 dozen a day. And I hated it. But I had to go do it because I get lame bat boys sometimes. And in the minor leagues, like I said, you don't have the budget. So a lot of times in AA ball, that's why I'm glad I had sons, because I could bring my kids to work and not have to pay them. You understand? I could work them like slaves, and teach them something, So
yeah, right.
Outside the clubhouse, he is busy getting the gear ready, including baseballs. Lots of baseballs.
And here's the other thing to consider. That's unlimited budget in the big league. That's 20 dozen just for batting practice. Minor leagues go about through the same, 15 to 20. When you got to go get the home run balls, some organizations in the minor make you go find all the fucking balls that are lost because they don't have the budget to keep ordering baseballs. You understand? So you got to go shag the fucking balls. You got to have a crew out there, or yourself better be out there fucking shagging balls. And now I got to go out in the field. I got to shag fucking A-ball balls. I got to go up to the fucking grandstands. I got to find all the foul balls. But yet I got to cook. I got to clean. I got to do cleats. I got to do everything that a AAA player needs. A major league player has to get. It's the same thing. Just because they're AAA, AA, they have to have the same day-to-day stuff done for them because they're playing the same game. That's the bottom line. So this is. Believe me, I remember in my younger years, well, you better go start getting those. We can't order baseballs till July, and your account is not going to make it until July. So you better start going to have someone go catch every foul ball. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know how tedious that is when you got to be out in the heat looking for foul balls? Oh, boy, forget about it.
Besides some other tools of the trade, different kinds of bats are needed. Fungo, warm-up, and weighted.
And you better not miss a beat on equipment that's got to be on the field every day, or you're going to get some help from the manager.
When the food arrives at 11 a.m. on the first day of each series, Ryan begins his day unloading and preparing the meats, salads, vegetables, and fruits.
I like to get here roughly around 11 a.m. We have a lot of setup that goes on when we get here. We have a lot of fruit that's cut every single day. set up the sandwich bar, the deli.
Now, if you notice, everything is bagged. So they order from Cisco Foods and get everything already pre-cut, in the big league because they got the unlimited budget. Me, I got to go shopping at Walmart or Sam's Club. I got to get the onions and cut them myself. I've got to, unless I got the budget where I can go buy stuff that's already prepped. You know what it is when you ask a deli to do something for you? Can you cut the lunch meat up? Can you prep it for me? You know how much extra they charge you just for that? So that you wind up saying, why am I paying an extra $25 to have them do the work? Just do it yourself. Now, I was always smart. I found a good kitchen guy. He went everywhere I went. I kept my guys with me. He couldn't do nothing else but the kitchen. He loved being in the kitchen. He loved prepping for the players. He loved having all his toys there. So Fast Eddie Felton was my guy. I never had to worry about nothing. He gave me my shopping list. It's there in the morning when he got there, and he took care of my kitchen. Without a doubt that I ever have to second guess him. I had my own cleat guy. I had a kid named Jonathan. He came part-time every day after the game and did the cleats. That was a big plus on me. And then I got to find the ball rubber guys that rub balls very well. And they were my ball rubber guy. Yeah, I had to pay them out of my pocket. But I made sure I utilized that. They were my ball guys. That's right. They rubbed the balls.
They rubbed your balls.
Always need a good ball rubber.
Look at that. 135 pounds of tuna daily. And that's how you prep. That is a presentation of a great clubhouse. When you make those when you have stuff in the kitchen like that. Now they have rooms with chefs. They got chefs on site.
Coffee going at all times to make sure everybody's awake and ready to go.
And you better have the coffee on when the manager and the coach. If a coach has to go in there and put the coffee on, you're a piece of shit clubhouse guy. You got to do something. You got to multitask 100 things every day the same way. And you got to do budgets, and you got to so this is probably one of the hardest jobs in the longevity. You have to be smart for one. You have to fucking know how to handle situations. There's no word no in the clubhouse, and I can't because you'll be fired. They hire a guy. You got to be very meticulous how you do this job. Only certain people can do this job on a daily basis because I've watched guys. I can do that. Okay, come on, let's go. They cry 2 weeks into it. How the fuck do you do? They're whining bitches. Yeah, they are. When they don't get what they're expecting to have, they're going to be a lot of whining bitches.
And just make sure everything's up and ready. This is my second year. It's a very interesting job. Not a lot of people know what goes on actually in here. It's a lot of fun. You get to see and do a lot of things the public might not be able to do.
Coming up on Inside the Rays, dirty laundry.
There it is, the
and
laundry room.
lots of it.
Sometimes you have to scrub the same pair of pants for 5-7 times, put them in the washer.
We meet the team seamstress.
Now, I always had one or two guys. It was pretty much like the center fielder, who was probably leadoff guy who slid a lot. Let me tell you something. If you don't have the right chemicals and pre-scrub that stuff before you wash it, and you're going to watch these guys. In the major leagues, there's no having any spot. Those players can't go out with a rip in their pants. You get away with a little bit more in the minor leagues. The patch job might be a little bit. Not in the big leagues. It's got to be everybody. You can't see patch job. I've seen where in A-ball the budget's so bad I don't care as long as they don't have holes in it. I've had people tell me, I can't set a player out with a bunch of patches. I'm going to order new pants, and I would get fights with the finance guys. We don't have the budget. I go, well, I'm going to tell you what. You're budgeting everything wrong. Let me do what I do best, and I'm going to show you how we can provide equipment when we need it many times throughout the year if you let me play with the budget. Because you're ordering too many fucking baseballs, not enough fucking uniforms. You've got too many bats here. You don't need that many bats. Why are you ordering bats? Well, that's what they need. You're ordering every year. You have 50 cases of bats left over and 100 cases of balls. You don't need that many. You don't need it. You need to focus on the uniforms, on their making sure they have jock straps. These are the things that I would have to call up a little sporting store because some of these organizations are so cheap in the minor league that, we don't have a budget for that. Well, I'm going to make them, but I would just do it and bill them. I piss off a lot of. I used to have effing guys go to jail and fire this guy. He's spending too much money. I'm not spending no money more than what you got in the budget. I'm spending the budget. Go look at it, and I would prove it to them. And the owner would go, "Well, budget. He didn't go over the budget. That's right. Let him buy what he needs. I know what the players need." And I finally won that battle after 15 years.
Some patchwork.
Every day, the boys want to wear the pants they want to wear, and if they're not fixed, they can't go out on the field.
But up next, we get our hands dirty in the
Umpire's
umpire's
room.
room.
Great job. In the big leagues, an umpire for the season, the guy that takes care of the umpire room makes $100,000 a year. He takes care of 4 umpires, makes about $100,000 a year, probably about a $30,000 to $35,000 salary, and 4 guys probably tip him. The numbers are off the chain if he just provides a service for these guys. Now he's only got 4 guys, and he can make this into a buffet, into a 10-rated fucking clubhouse. If you do it right, them umpires are going to give you big money because they make big money in the big leagues.
Apply it to the palm of your hand. I like to make sure the mud's nice and even on the ball.
Why is he putting Dookie on the ball?
Huh? What happened?
Why is that guy rubbing Dookie on the ball?
Well, that's what he calls. That's mud. And you know what? Here's the other thing. Do you know there's only one mud company that makes the mud for the last 100 years? It's somebody on the East Coast that has a back pasture out in their field where they that's where the mud comes from, and it grows naturally out there. The mud comes every year, and they canister thousands and thousands of canister. It's very hard to get. You have to pre-order it in the off season, and you better order. I think only 2 or 3 big things you're allowed to get in the minor leagues that they allow each minor league team to have. They know exactly what you need for the year if you rub the balls right. And it's very hard. This mud is very special mud. It's just not regular mud that you go out in your front lawn and get. It's a very. I'm going to find a video about the company how the mud. It's special mud. That's all I can tell you. And it comes out of this pasture wherever there's cows and horses at. I don't know, but this mud is the only mud that they got it locked up in all of baseball. That for the last 50 years, they're the only place that people go for mud. There's nobody else produces it but this person. This on the East Coast. And it's unique. It's cool, but you got it. There's an art to everything. There's even an art to rubbing baseballs to just put mud on a ball. If it's got too much, the umpires are going to reject the ball. Umpires, you believe it or not, here's the thing: when you're by your bases, to be good at that. So when people say I'm a fucking idiot and I'm dumb, let me tell you something. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm no fucking idiot. I've got skills beyond you guys could even fucking imagine. But I was fucking called pockets, and I could fucking have 20 guys at me, and I went into 10 different pockets and threw shit at them, and I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew what each player needed, wanted, before they even asked. That's how I fucking did my job. I did it very well. And I'm one of the best. And we brought a coach on that we had interviewed on Catalan TV. And when I asked him the key question, don't worry, I'm not gonna be mad. Am I a major league quality equipment? He goes, yes. He said yes. You are definitely skilled enough to be at the level of major league running a locker room. Yes. But because of my attitude and because of my temper is what kept me out of the big leagues. So that was my fault, you know.
Bats are the most important piece of equipment. As we get packages in, we try to, if they're bats, we mark them. We put a sticker on them to indicate that it's theirs. So that helps our bat boys, identify their bats. And then when we go on the road, it helps their clubhouse.
They send the bats in pretty much every other day. I just grab them, take them out of the box, take the plastic off, put the numbers on them, put them in the bat rack.
The third team at the Trop is the umpiring crew, and it's Todd Negoshian's job to make them feel right at home.
Todd, we hired this year. He's worked in the New York Yankees organization, and he's doing a great job with our umpires. He makes sure the umpires are taken care of. It's basically like our clubhouse, obviously a smaller scale, working with 4 guys daily.
I normally arrive on day 1 about an hour earlier than normal. The trunks will come in from DHL. They're shipped overnight. Unpack them, make sure the laundry is complete, all the gear's in check. And then from there on out, it's just the daily process starts. Prep as far as towels, make sure the refrigerator's stocked, fresh deli meat, snacks, fresh baked cookies. Each crew sort of takes its own identity. And what I like most is that
you cater to each individual crew, to the fact that they feel home and that their needs are met.
But Todd's job does not end there. He also has the task of running up baseballs.
I'm rubbing the baseballs for tonight's game. We go through about 9 to 12 dozen a game. 9 dozen will go in the game ball bag. 3 dozen will be backed up for this evening. Rubbing the baseballs is one of those things that when you have downtime, it's done every day at any time of the day. Get a little mud on your finger, apply it to the palm of your hand. I like to make sure the mud's nice and even on the ball. So I go around like this before I use both. Basically, what you're going
Let me tell you something. When I first started rubbing baseballs when I was a bat boy, I couldn't get it down. It was the worst fucking thing I had to do. I hated it.
Yeah.
It's an art. You have to believe me. Umpires, they will reject ball. But the umpire always tells the bat boy, "Give me 3, give me 4," whatever he signals, or bring me 4 and a shot of water or Gatorade. You got a good bat boy will automatically at the end of every inning will bring, especially in the heat, will bring him something to drink. Will fill his pocket the thing that he has on with balls without him having to. But there's times there's a lot of foul balls during the game. But the umpires, as much as a lot of people hate the umpire, they have their own clubhouse and they have a clubhouse attendant. It's just one guy for 4 guys. But at the major league level, it's the only way you can make money. Because in the minor leagues, that's one of my job duties. I have the umpires, the visiting clubhouse, and the home clubhouse. I got to take care of 2 teams and an umpire team. And now, again, when you get hired as, I'll allow you 1 assistant and 1 bat boy on our payroll. That's it. And this is a tough job to run at AAA because you got a lot of major league transactions going up and down. Can you do it? Well, I've been doing it for 25 years. Yeah, I can do that. But here's how it works, pal. You don't tell me what you're going to pay me. Here's my numbers. If you can meet those numbers, you can call me. My last 10 years, I pretty much wrote my own ticket because they knew if they were calling me, I pretty much was a free. I was a free freelancer the last 10 years where I sought out I would look every year before spring training, and there's a certain website you go to that these jobs are not in the paper, and you would see what clubs wanted looking for a clubhouse manager. And I would pick out my top 3, and I would say, and I would get guys, why do you want to come to A-ball? You've got too much experience. Because I could fix your problem. I'm reading everything that you guys need. And then I go in the meeting, I'm like, this is what your problem is every year. I go, how many guys you go through a year? He goes, I go through about 3 clubhouse managers. They quit. It's too overwhelming. I go, well, I'm going to cut that out. Here's the deal. I got full control of my clubhouse. This is what I want salary-wise. Don't worry about what the players give me. I'll work the players myself. That's none of your business what I get for the players. This is what I need to come to work every day. And I promise you, you'll have nobody in the front office. You won't have nobody quitting. And you won't have no problems. And you tell me what your budget is. Let me do the ordering. I don't want to control none of the money, but you will allow me to write invoices and get POs on every invoice I order. And I'll even come under budget. But I promise you, I could already look in your equipment room. You're misordering every year. Let me do the ordering before spring training starts and have it all ready. I'll come in January because I usually go about November to get hired. I said if I'm going to spring training, I'll let them know. Well, I'm going on with the big club for spring training, so I won't be here till like the 3rd week of March. But all the stuff will be here if you let me order it in November and December. It'll be sitting in the equipment room for me, so I can unpack it when I get there. When I get there, I'm only going to have a very small window to get the clubhouse ready. But if I don't got spring training, I'll usually go down in January or February and have the whole month. Now, if I go in February, I start payroll in February. I'll be here this way when the players come in April, or I'll even go in March while they're in spring training. Whatever I decide, usually it's February, March, if I'm not working spring training. And then you can come down and expect I'll show you what the finished product is before they report, and you'll see. And then I promise you, the budget will not be over because a lot of guys would say, "No, you're not going to order." I'm not going to order. You think I'm going to order 10 catching gear? Why do you got 25 bags of catching gear? I don't understand that. That's the one thing you would see brand new on the shelf. 20 years of catcher's mask, 20 years of shin guard. Why do you have this many fucking? Who's ordering for you? He goes, well, we just ordered a standard protocol. So you're reordering stuff that you don't use for the year. Does anybody do inventory to see what you didn't use? No, well, that's why you got 20 years of stuff now that you can't use. So let's donate this to the Dominican guys. Let's give it to the organization, send it out to the Dominican. They got nothing. And let me restructure your budget. I'm not asking to control your money. I don't want no checks. I don't want to. All I'm asking you is allow me to write POs to the company. Just trust me that when I call the companies and put the order in, they're going to ask me for a PO number. Just have me be able to call upstairs. I need a PO for this invoice, and I'll fix this problem. And I would do that. My reputation would be, here's a guy that you can trust. even though I did crazy things off the books, I was an addict that nobody knew about. I was a guy that was out all night on the street wherever I was. I was in bars, getting drunk, getting high. I never missed a beat. Never missed a beat in my job. I cared so much about my job. This is what I did for 34 straight years with 7 organizations, and I was good. What kept me down is one thing, like my boss says, you're the greatest guy I've ever got to know. You're your own worst nightmare. What keeps you down is your ability that you don't know when to keep your mouth shut. You got the ability. I've told many Major League general managers to fuck off right to their face. And a lot of them didn't have the balls to fire because they wanted a guy like me in the minor leagues, but never would I be allowed to be in the major league because they wouldn't put up with that. But I've got to the point where you ain't disrespecting me. I'm not. You're just a scumbag just like I am, motherfucker. I spoke my mind. I went into meetings. I've been called into meetings where my job was at threatened during the season. And I look at all them humps and go, all right, let me tell you something. And I lay out the program. Can you gonna find a guy that does all this? Good luck. And I walk out saying, fuck you, fire me. And then I'd get a phone call the next day. You know what? We thought about it. Yeah, come back to work. Oh, you can't find nobody to do because you don't want the misery of the players coming up. And players would get together as a team if you're the right guy, and they'll go up there. You fire him, we're not playing. We will not play. He gets fired. I had Joe Coleman, who was a major league pitcher for many years. When the Tigers wanted to fire me because of one asshole that didn't like me standing up for myself or the clubhouse, he told me, "You're fired." You know what I told him? He was one of the highest wigs in the minor leagues. He was the development director for the farm director for the entire baseball operations of the minor leagues. Okay, and I told him his arms didn't reach that far to fire me. He looked at me. What do you mean? I made one phone call to my guy in the big leagues with the Tigers, and he called that guy and said, he ain't getting fired. He's there for a reason. And the guy says, what do you mean he's not getting fired? You guys always do what I say. He goes, Ron Myers was the guy's name. He said, Ron, you ain't getting this one. Joe Catalano's not going anywhere. He's juiced in with the owner. He's not going nowhere. And that man had to come and grovel to me in my clubhouse and say, can we patch this up and just be civil? I said, here's the way we be civil, Ron. You stay out of my way, I'll stay out of your way. You don't tell me how to run the fucking clubhouse, and I won't tell you how to fucking have a fucking event in your stadium. I won't tell you how to spend your money. Just leave me alone. And he did that. And I stayed with the Tigers until I chose to leave because I don't take jobs. The last 10 years, I didn't take a job where I was going to be fired. I was juiced in. I made sure I had some clout somewhere. I protected myself very well. My problem was I was too fucking headstrong and I was too much of an addict to fucking even want to think about going to the big leagues. So I just shut it out of my life. I was there and I blew it. So, but guys, let me tell you something. A lot of people didn't like me, but they knew I was the right guy for the job. So, and that's how I survived in the game of baseball. Is I fucking I just took my guts and I took my talents because there's nobody. It's a hard job to do. I just did my job and I had the players backing. When the players when they all sign a page and say he ain't getting fired, when the coaches go to bat for you, and Joe Coleman called Dave Dombrowski and said, if he gets fired, I'm walking as the pitching coach. That's how much I was needed for the Tigers. When Joe Coleman, I never knew Joe liked me. He was always quiet. He would say hi to me in the morning and goodbye to me at night. That's as far as his conversation went with me for as long as I know Joe Coleman. And when Joe Coleman, they said, Andy Barquette called me. He goes, I heard that Ron's firing. He goes, Joe Coleman stopped the bus. They were leaving to go on the road. He stopped the bus driver from leaving the parking lot. They said Joe got it. Joe was just a simple, he played a lot of years in the big leagues, was just a guy who liked to drink, get drunk at night, but he was a good pitcher. He stopped the bus driver from pulling out of the park. He walked off the bus. They said he walked across the parking lot to the front office. Whatever he said to Ron Myers, Dave Dombrowski called Andy and said, listen, I know the owner loves this guy. I just want to hear from you. Is this the guy you want? And Andy Barquette said, I wouldn't have anybody else but Joe Catalano because Andy Barquette I had as a player. So I had the manager in my pocket. And Dave Dombrowski said, well, if I'm going to stick up for the guy, I'm going to stick up for him now. And he went to Ron Myers, who had a lot of power. And I belittled him so much. In front of his entire staff, I walked in the front and said, your fucking arms don't reach that far to fire me, pal. You remember that. And he goes, he called the police on me. He called the Lakeland police on me to have me escorted off the property. And the police came, and I was on the phone with somebody from the organization, and they go, he's not fired, so whoever called you that, please leave. You're on our property. And they left. And Ron Myers, to this day, hates my guts, especially now that I haven't worked for the Tigers a long time. But everybody said you can't beat Ron Myers. Nobody goes up against, nobody has the ball. I got the balls to go up against Ron Myers because he doesn't run me. He doesn't run me. He hired me, but he didn't run me. And I made sure he understood that. And that's me in a nutshell. And you guys should know my personality. That's what I am. I'm a
There's a nice
kid
even
that
spread
don't
of
respect
mud.
people that don't
The
respect
purpose
me.
we do this for is to keep the glare and the grip. Keep a new ball leather is awful slick and awful white, so you get a nice even coat of mud on there. Gives a better tack and also less
I just like a
light.
fat boy. I gotta go. Let me see.
Their
Joe Madden was a great manager.
Their ability to take care of us is unparalleled. We could not do this without them. They're the most important people who are running around down there. Now, you know,
Damn right.
you got to have the players to play the game, but if it wasn't for the clubhouse crew, then
Let me tell you something. I don't care how much talent the players got. Without the clubhouse crew, nothing's getting done. Nothing. They don't know. They can't fucking know how to put their pants on, half these fucking players. You understand? They got to be mothered. You got to be their mother, their fucking father, and their brother all at the same time. You see all this stuff here? This is out of my budget. I had to supply all this stuff. You got to have every sync with every single thing. And then you got to be smart. If you got black ball players, you better have Afro Sheen up there and all that fucking shit too. And Vaseline is their biggest thing. And they have to come out something with their skin is way different than ours. They have to put oil on their skin. For some reason, you got to have a lot of baby oil because when they get out of showers, black guys, they put oil from head to toe on their body. So,
no diddy
going on.
Kind of funny they say that because I say the opposite to my guys. I tell them that if it wasn't for the players, we wouldn't be here. So treat them with respect, do everything you can for them. And that's very nice of them to say, and we appreciate it as a group.
That makes me feel
here's the best thing about a clubhouse guy. You know what I was always told? Silence is golden. We don't want to be known. We don't want nobody to know about us. We're not supposed to be recognized. We are supposed to do our job behind the scenes and not. My friend and boss for years, Chris Guth, pounded in my head. Boombox, you want to be the best at your job without nobody knowing. Nobody gets praise here. We don't get awards. We don't want them awards. We don't want nothing. This is our job we're hired to do. But the players will tell you. That's why when the legend goes around and fucking says that shit, I want to fucking cringe at Mark Lewis, who at best was not an everyday fucking starter, who thinks he's some fucking buddy to dabble over. He ain't shit. First of all, a true major league player would never talk to a clubhouse guy the way he talks to me and bounces on me the way he does. He thinks because he's the Dabbleverse, he can get away with it. He's a scumbag as a fucking player because you know what? He was a bench guy. Mark Lewis, everybody praises this Mark Lewis as a Dabbler. He ain't shit because a real fucking major league player would never speak down to his fucking. I've watched many guys get in the Hall of Fame, and they've had a whole fucking paragraph when they're speaking at the podium about the clubhouse guy, how important he is. Like a player told me, my father, who was a superstar in this game, I don't have to give names, he said that I better make the clubhouse manager or the clubhouse staff my best friend, because if I don't, it could be very, very bad for me in the clubhouse every day. You're damn right, pal, because I've done everything crazy I've done to these fucking players when they came out of pocket with me. We could get away with it. Can't get away with it now, and that's why I retired. One, for health reasons, but the second reason was I didn't want to play ball and let them have power. But you know what? Chris Westmoreland is right. Most clubhouse guys in the big leagues will tell you is we're here for the players. We're here for them. But if you really talk to players, they will never bash a good clubhouse guy. They will tell you that he's his best friend and how much they're grateful for him. And that's my point with this fucking legend guy who's a piece of shit, who's going around talking the shit he does.
Very good. That they really notice that we try to do, whatever we have to do to make them feel comfortable. That really makes me feel, proud of what I'm doing.
As small of a part as the clubhouse is, for us, it's the biggest part. That's our job. And to hear a player say that, it means a ton to me, and I know it does my guys. And we like to hear it.
Coming up on Inside the Rays, the ball game is over, but for the crew, their work is just beginning.
Right.
Their lockers.
And the fact that we get there at a night game at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and we're there to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning every night. Yeah, you don't get a lot of sleep in this job. So you can understand why I did a lot of speed.
Garbage out. Basically, it's a lot of cleaning involved.
I've got to run, Joey.
You gotta run? I'm almost done. So you gotta go. I gotta go too. I gotta go to the doctor. The ride will be here in a little bit.
And the game is over.
Doctor, so.
Now the clubhouse crew kicks into second gear. Laundryman
the
Ryan Riddle
I'm
is
done in
loading
10
the
minutes,
white
so.
uniforms into the washer. Assistant clubhouse manager Jose
bye-bye.
Fernandez loads colors
Well, I'm just into something I enjoy, but I guess I've showed you guys enough. So, but that may be a little bit more perspective before people want to make jokes about it. It's the whole package. It's got to be done every single day. This job, the same way you have to. That laundry in spring training. Bobby left. I didn't even know Bobby left.
Bobby left.
All right, we got to get ready for it. I didn't know he left. Bobby, if you're out there, sorry, buddy, I didn't get to say goodbye. I hope he did his plugs. I guess he didn't even get to do his plug. I know a lot of people ain't interested in baseball. I understand that, but listen, I keep banning this fucking guy. Why is he here, man? I'm sorry. People said to the Dalvers yesterday in the chat room, Joey will never be anything in Dalvers because he takes life too serious. Well, I tell you what, I like taking life serious because life is not about fucking joking every day. Okay, laughter is good for the soul. I get it, but I'm very meticulous and particular about being serious in life. So, it is what it is. You're never going to get rid of me. So either you like it or you don't. You got a choice. So that's me. I appreciate everything. I don't know if we read anything. Pence. What's the Pence?
That one.
Aaron, $1.99. Thank you very much. I don't care. We got a peanut, whatever. Mule, thank you. Mule's a great supporter. Thank you, Mule. I love you, brother. I love you. Ryan A. Joey, you remind me of my hero, Captain Lou. Okay, whatever. I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. Whatever. Who's high pitch? Yeah, okay, whatever. It's like I said, you guys all think you're funny and you think you're really doing something to us. You're not going to get us off the air. You never. The more it comes, the more me and Lou are going to make you in misery. And I will do that just because I hate most of you. You understand? The ones that are the haters, I hate. If you hate me, I hate you that 50 times more than you hate me. And I will make your life a living hell every day because you're going to come no matter what, how much you hate. You're going to come here and you're going to still fucking watch and you're going to make your little comments. And I like it. So if you think I give a shit what you think of me, I don't care. But the people that do really are genuine, I love, and I will always be your friend and always listen to you and take your advice and let you participate. Other than that, go fuck yourself. Have a nice day. Okay?